55.89. Okay, let's see. Okay, okay. Okay. Let's get started. Make sure we got everything set. Oh, wrong one. There we go. That's better. Okay. I just wanted to open up a few things so we know exactly how this shit's gonna go down. So we got the subscriptions. Okay, we're gonna look at PlayStation now. Pull up Xbox. Wish I could do a side by side on screen. I I can do picture in picture on screen, but not a side by side. We'll worry about that later. Xbox.com Game Pass. There we go. Game Pass subscription. We're gonna knock this out real quick. Um, so I just wanted to talk, obviously to the PlayStation fans. I wanted to talk to you guys about there are people among us that haven't they didn't just straight go from, let's say, PS1 to PS2 to PS3 to PS4 to PS5, right? They took some different pathways. I mean, I started out with Nintendo, so I can't really talk, but once I got to the PSP and understood how awesome it was and understood that it was a better handheld system than the DS, because of what it could do, the graphics, and it did have a Madden, and it did have a basketball, and it did have a baseball game, and it was having three-dimensional RPGs that had better visuals than anything I experienced on the DS. I had awoken. I was like, oh shit, everything I believed was wrong. And that's when I woke up. I was like, obviously, I was getting older at the time. I was a teenager by the time I got the PSP, but I had woken up and I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to stay over here. You know, my brother James is getting all these Japanese RPGs every Friday for the PS2. I have a PSP. I have a part of that. Let me stay over here. Let me see what I can do over here. Next thing you know, I go from the PSP to the PS3 from 2005 to 2008. Was a PSP owner. Then in 2008 of August, I got a PS3, and this was after the 2 years of E3. Obviously, the first one I paid attention to when the PS3 was about to come out, and the one when it was out wasn't the best. But the 2008 E3, where they talked about PlayStation Home, they talked about Infamous, they showed off Killzone 2. That pretty much cemented what I needed to do. I needed to get a PS3, and the rest is history. Well, in that same timeline, there are other people. There are people that, you know, had the PS2 at launch or early parts. Yes, I had a PS2, but I didn't spend enough time on it to really brag about it. Again, still with Nintendo, blinded by that. People went from PS2 to 360 to PS4 to Xbox Series X, then back to PS5. There are some people that went from PS2 to 360 to PS3 to Xbox One and ended off the generation we just got out of with PS4. That means that when they give out opinions, it's not opinions coming straight from a PlayStation fan. You have a little bit of Xbox heritage in there which means they're giving an opinion based off of them speaking from Xbox. They know what Xbox is doing, and they like what Xbox is doing, and they want PlayStation to do what Xbox is doing. Obviously, it's really, really hard to you know, figure out who is who. It's very easy for me. You check the trophies, you know these people, you know their history, and sometimes you just know they're fake. PlayStation is the popular choice, so a lot of people change themselves into PlayStation personalities. Um, Salty Gamer wasn't always PlayStation. MBG wasn't always PlayStation. Crap Gamer wasn't always PlayStation. But when it came to YouTube, um, as far as my history is concerned, I was always PlayStation from 2008 on YouTube all the way to now 2021. So to you guys, I'm always PlayStation, but my history was not always PlayStation. So if I was to talk anything as a Nintendo fan, it would be, yes, I do like the games that are platformers. Yes, I do like games that have color in them. Yes, I do like some of the crazier Japanese RPGs that are colorful. But that's pretty much it. You know, the Mario shit, like I say, I play that shit on Dreams. There's something happening with Little Big Planet 3 servers, so I haven't even attempted to get on there, but, that's my story. So, we have Xbox fans among us that are claiming to always been with PlayStation and give the opinion of a hardcore PlayStation fan that PlayStation needs to do Game Pass. But if you were educated enough, we do have a Game Pass. Now, it is not a day and date service, but you do have the better quality than what is available on Game Pass. Um, so I'm on the website right now, and they're automatically trying to tell me to do that, and that. Don't want that. No, 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 no. So okay, so I want you guys to just bear with me 1 second. We're gonna open the screen, but we're gonna take off the chat. But I'm gonna read the chat. 1 second, I got a phone. Okay, so uh, that's over with. Let me get the long chat off so you guys can remember that. Obviously, if you want, anybody can mark it down in the chat. 1 month for PlayStation Plus, $9.99. Actually, just mark it down in the chat. It's a lot of you guys there. Mark it down in the chat. I'll also help you guys out so we can have this marked down because I'm gonna go show you what is on screen for Game Pass, right? So let me mark that down in the chat real quick with you guys. That will be $9.99. Okay, and that is for 1 month is okay. Okay, let me make sure I do this because this isn't helping. Not charging my phone is not helping me. Okay, so we got that marked down, right? We got 1 month of PlayStation Now is $9.99 with over 800 games, which is verified by PlayStation themselves. What's going on, Cage Japanese RPG Fanatic? Japanese RPG Fanatic. What's going on? Grandma Tits Big. Who this? Oh God, probably another troll. the the PlayStation gamer. Yes, I've been trying to sign up for PlayStation Now. For some reason won't take my Visa card. I don't know anything about that. Okay, so we're good. Okay, thank you, Censored Thought. Censored Thought marked it down for 3 months, and he also marked it down for the 12 months. So thank you for marking that one down. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna share the screen. So let's get the Elgato stuff off. Um, okay. Okay, that got that out the way. Got that out the way. Good here. Good here. Good here. Okay, let's share the screen. So, again, they're making it very convenient. Um, you go to the Game Pass official website, as you can see right here. The very first month, you can get Game Pass on PC for $1. So you have to remember when people talk about Game Pass. I went up against an Xbox fan on Twitter. He claimed that there were 25 million Game Pass subscribers. My research found out among multiple sources it's only 18 million Game Pass subscribers as of the end of January, right? There's no way that Game Pass is gonna jump from 18 million subscribers at the end of January to 25 million at the very beginning of April. I know this because that's a big jump. The company would brag about it. We know Phil Spencer. We know the Game Pass is his baby. This was the only way to get you guys to get engaged into good video games. They were producing games at the beginning of the Xbox One generation, and you guys were not buying them. The solution to get you to play the games. They have went past you buying the games. They understood that you guys don't buy games, so they wanted you to at least play some of these games that they were creating. This is the only solution. If they didn't come up with this, Xbox would have been dead. They got to make money off of software sometimes, some type of way, and this was the way that they found out. So again, when you talk about 18 million Game Pass subscribers, you have to include the PC number to that. And yes, if you subscribe for 1 month, right, the first month is $1. You're a Game Pass subscriber. They will count that number in the 18 million. So when you see PlayStation fans teasing Xbox fans about, hey, some of that number is people that paid $1, it's true, because if you go over here to the ultimate option, they also allow you to join for $1. So again, not only are we not counting concurrent numbers, we are not counting full subscription numbers. Now, if you would count full subscription numbers of people that annually are subscribed to Game Pass for the entire year, or that regularly pay for the subscription without canceling, the number is not 18 million. It's much lower. Now, on file, we have PlayStation Now sitting at around 2.22 million subscribers. Very low. Why is it low? Because over on PlayStation, we still like buying our games. We're not going to wait for games to go to PlayStation Now, in years, We're not going to do that. So the only option right now on consoles where you can't pay $1 is this. On consoles, you can't pay $1 to enter. On Ultimate, you can. Over here, on PC, you can. But just the normal Game Pass, you cannot enter for $1. However, if there is like a subscription on a Cheez-It box, not joking, I saw it before, or a Pop-Tarts box, again, not joking, I saw it before and I have the evidence. Um, there are entries for 14 days, right, or a week. That is counted as a subscription because when you use that, you might be, required to add your card to it so that after the, the date is due, they're just gonna keep you on and take the money. So that counts too. Again, not concurrent. That's just how that shit is. So this is what we got right here. We haven't clicked on anything. They're not going to tell you anything else about the price when it comes to year. But this is what we got. $9.99.99, right? PC and console. Let's go click on join and see what they got. They want me to sign in. So at face value, they're not literally telling you everything about Game Pass. They're basically what they're doing is they're going to tell you how much. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't go into GameStop anymore because the PS5 bullshit. I was trying to get a PS5 last year, and then I kept going to the website, and they kicked me out. So here we go. This is how it is, right? Your first month is $1. First month for Game Pass on PC, $1, and then right here, $9.99. Xbox Live, $9.99. So in order to use Game Pass, you're gonna need Xbox Live Gold. So 2 months. You're going to need both of these. So if you're a Game Pass subscriber, you're also Xbox Live Gold subscriber because you want to play games online. You're paying them $20 a month. You're already paying them $20 a month. If people are wondering why Game Pass hasn't gone up yet, it's because of that. Right? So again, they are reluctant to tell you any more prices. They don't want you to know what the price is for Game Pass. They don't want you to know that. Okay? So we're clear on this. When you go and look at information about Game Pass, they will not tell you anything past 1 month. They don't want the subscription to look like it's expensive. They want you to just pay each month, which gives them more money. Right? You're getting more money out of them compared to just paying for the whole year. Let me see. We're going to go to the 1 year, what's the name? And this is where we're getting crazy here. Okay. So we're going to go over here to Amazon, right? And then we got other options here. But as far as it's looking, again, you will not see them directing you to the website itself for the 1 year. The website itself will only take you to 1 month so that they could keep the price low enough to convince you to subscribe. It's really fucked up, but that's just how it is. Now look at this. I'm not a Game Pass subscriber. What they're trying to do is trick me into getting inside of Game Pass by saying, no, it's not $14.99 a month for Game Pass Ultimate. It's $1 for you. It's 93% off. The fact is, they want you to enter there and stay subscribed so they can take $15 out of your fucking account for Game Pass Ultimate, which includes Xbox Live Gold. So if you don't have Game Pass Ultimate and you're paying for Xbox Live Gold and Game Pass, you're paying $20. If you get the Ultimate one, they're only taking $5 off. So, this is what we're gonna do, right? We see what this says. Again, this could have been wrapped up in a video, but I think it's better for you guys to see it this way. So you guys got that price there. We got Amazon open. Now, what I'm going to show you is the PlayStation Now page. It's going to trigger people if you're an Xbox fan. The reason why it's going to trigger you is because of some of the games that PlayStation decided to advertise. The games that PlayStation decided to advertise are multiplats. What I will say is, because they decided to do multiplats, there are some. I'm scrolling down just to see if you guys are gonna be pissed off. Oh god, you are gonna be pissed off. Okay, so because they decided to show you a couple multiplats, right, that you'll see soon. It kind of boosts the value, but that's just, me knowing the games there, right? So, I guess we can just continue. Now, again, if it's a trigger warning, what you guys are about to see, but it's very honest. Like what you see right there, I scrolled down enough. It's the same format. They will let you know every category from 1 month to 3 months to 12 months. They will always let you know that. Xbox Game Pass is the one that will not let you know that, because if they let you know that enough, you will put two and two together and understand that you're getting less games on Game Pass at more money than on PlayStation Now. They don't want you to know that. That's why we're doing this video. It's an educational video. I understand we got 34 dislikes because most people don't want the truth to be out there. That's cool, but I'm still going to do it. I have to. Because there are too many people that keep saying, hey, we need something like that when we have something better. It's not day and date, but I'm going to show you the difference. Okay. We're done with that. We have it lined up. So here we go. So if I'm going to go watch this with you guys. Okay. Let's see. Just want to watch it with you guys to make sure the screen is where it's supposed to be. Okay. What's going on, Umar? What's going on, Player One? Nice name right there. Awesome. I recommend a prescription for some of the copium in here. A lot of people pissed off in here, I see, huh? Henry Heck, what's going on? Grandma person, you gotta go, bro. We're not doing that shit. We're not doing that shit. You lucky I fucking caught you late, because we're not doing all that dumb shit. What's going on, Cyber Dragon? Exactly, Cyber Dragon. They're not showing those concurrent numbers. So I just want to make sure I get off these damn advertisements. Okay, so you guys see what I see, right? It looks like we got like 70-something people up in here. 72 people. Y'all can hit that like button, because there's a lot of people hitting the dislike button. And I know who you guys are. You don't want this comparison. So I told you that the information is going to trigger people, but it already triggered people before I thought it was going to trigger them. The title triggered them because nobody really wants you to know what I'm about to show off. This is probably the biggest bombshell ever. I have talked about it before, but people need to understand what's going on. So I will zoom in to 200. Okay. So when I zoom in to 200%, what do you see right here? Uh-oh. No, that's just my quality. It went down to 144p for some stupid reason. But your quality, you guys should be good, right? Yeah, we're good. We're hooked up. So what do you see right here? It says hundreds of incredible games on demand. Get instant access to a huge collection of more than 800 PS4, PS3, and PS2 games on PS4 or Windows PC, with new games added every month, which is true. They talk about new games being added every month. There's another number that they give out. Here we go. So they said download or stream, right? This is what's going to trigger people. Yes, we do have a large library of Bethesda titles on the official PlayStation Now page. They are not shying away letting you know you have access to Bethesda titles. It's been set up before the acquisition. I took this picture. I have a picture of this before 2020. Actually, I started seeing this in 2019, the early parts of 2019, because they had a ton of Bethesda titles. Because when Bethesda's acquisition was being rumored, I went to PlayStation Now to do a similar video or live stream like this to let you guys know. Now, hear me out. They say the number again. They say stream over 800 PS4, PS3, and PS2 titles from a wide range of genres to your PS4 or Windows PC. Now listen to this. Play as much as you like, save your progress, and continue playing on either device. Or pick up from over 300 PS4 games to download to your PS4 console, and they'll be ready to play. and up to 4K resolution if you're playing on the PS4 Pro. So, it's confirmed that if you're playing on the PS4 Pro and you download the game, you're getting the true quality. That means if you're playing on the PS5, you download a PS4 game, you're playing the true quality. That's why most of the games that I do have off of PlayStation Now, they're already downloaded. There are a few games that I like to stream, but I don't like to stream often, so I don't play those games often, right? So we're looking at two numbers. We're looking at 800 in total, 300 downloadable. I think the 300 number should be about 350, but we're going to keep it here because this is what they got here. So we're going to keep it at 300, and this is the total number of games on the service. Now remember, PlayStation Now allows you to download and stream. Most of the games are streamable. Most of the games on Game Pass are downloadable. Less of them are streamable. They're trying to get into streaming. PlayStation already conquered that. PlayStation Now used to be available on smartphones, PS Vita, PS3, fucking smart TVs. PlayStation Now was everywhere until they saw that the world wasn't ready for it and they took it back. That's why they only limited it to the PS4 and PC. The world still isn't ready for gaming, stream gaming. You saw what's going on with Stadia. You saw that the xCloud does not have any type of hype behind it besides the mega Xbox fans that are capping for it night and day. But long story short, nobody is ready to stream games like that. PlayStation tried it before Stadia existed. PlayStation tried it before xCloud even existed. So you got to give them props because not only did they try it, they're still doing it. So again, the ability to stream games and download games. But if you take away the games that are streamable, which we're looking at, we're looking at about 500 games streamable, over 300 downloadable, right? So we got the 300 number. Keep that number in mind. You know what? It's a really easy number. 300 download games on PlayStation Now. Keep that number. And also keep the 800 number. This is where it's going to get funny. Now, let me just look at how many people disliked the video. We got 38 people dislike the video. They disliked the video before I said they were going to dislike the video because they do not want me to click this button. But I see that there's 78 people watching. I'm pretty sure half of you guys don't hate my guts. So you can pump up that fucking likes. Let us see those likes. This is where it gets crazy. This right here is the moment that it gets crazy. This is what they don't want you to know. When you go over here, it's a different page, so we're gonna pump it up to 300. We're gonna pump it up to 200%, right? This is what they don't want you to see. When you pump it up to 200% and you're zoomed in, and what do they tell you? Access to a library over 100 high-quality games. Play over 100 high-quality games on Xbox consoles, Windows 10 PC, and Android mobile phone or tablet beta, right? With a huge variety of games from every genre and new games added all the time. There's something for everyone. This is their number. Now, everything I'm looking at is from each of their websites. This is up to date. There is no trickery going on here. So if they're only doing 100 games in total on Game Pass, PlayStation Now has 800 games, but if you want to take away that number and just go to the games downloadable, they still have more games than you. Over 300 games. So, if I'm talking to a PlayStation fan that started out with PS2, went to 360 because the PS3 was too expensive, and it came out a year later. They stayed with 360. They came back to PlayStation after The Last of Us and Killzone 2 and God of War 3, right? They came back to PlayStation with the PS3. Then, or maybe they didn't. They maybe came back to the PlayStation with the PS4 after it was named more successful than the Xbox One. They still have that Xbox botness inside of them. Maybe they went back. Maybe they never left. Maybe they came back to PlayStation with the PS5. Maybe they came back to PlayStation at the end of the PS4 generation. The thing you have to understand is the people that are asking for Game Pass, they are not strictly PlayStation fans. There is no PlayStation fan that went from PlayStation 1 all the way to PS5 without switching sides asking for Game Pass. I don't have much history with Xbox, right? I used to play a demo for Crackdown on Xbox 360 my brother gave me. Also on that same Xbox 360, I played the shit out of Fable, the very first one. That's all. I made the sacrifice to trade in the Xbox 360 my brother gave me. At the same time, he gave me the PS2 to get more games for the PS2. The reason he gave me the 360 and the PS2 is because, yes, he was a diehard PlayStation fan. The 360 came out before, but he still had Japanese RPGs to finish on a PS2. But when he got the PS3, he didn't need the PS2 because the PS3 had backwards compatibility. So I was an owner of a PS2 and a and a 360, obviously late because I was in school. But I made the decision that I could get more of the games I wanted on a PS2, so I traded in a then next generation console for more games for an older generation console. This is all true. This is my history. I had the chance to be a Xbox fan and I threw it away. For the games that I liked to play, I didn't care if they were a generation behind. It was the games I liked to play. And Xbox, even at that time, did not have the games I wanted to play. Now, I've spent time with Nintendo, limited amount of time with Xbox, a good amount of time with PC, more than I want to admit. Obviously, nobody will believe that, but whatever. Tell me, what's the benefits of Game Pass over PlayStation Now? 100 games, over 100, right? And get rid of the 800 games because most of those are streaming. Let's say 300. 300 versus 100. And we're not done. And the reason why we're not done is because for 12 months of just normal Game Pass, it's going to cost you $120. This is where the live stream video that we're doing right now gets a little crazy. You don't have to scroll down much to see the fucking truth. So for 12 months, with more games, and yes, among those more games, we're definitely going to have more quality titles, you're paying $60. PlayStation Plus is $60, this is $60. 60 and 60, $120. We go back over here to Amazon, Game Pass itself. Game Pass just by itself is $120. So now if I'm just being truthful right here, we got 60 PlayStation Plus, right? PlayStation Now, tons of fucking games added every month. More games than Game Pass. More games than Xbox Live Gold, because you got to remember PlayStation Plus was giving away free games before Microsoft decided to do it the following generation. So we have more games on each service than the competitor. Now, if you're a PlayStation fan, tell me, please tell me, why would you want to spend more fucking money on an equivalent that we already fucking have and we're paying less money for? We get more games. Explain it to me. We're getting more games at a cheaper price than Game Pass. And you can add another 60 on with the PlayStation Plus subscription that most people have. And you're still getting double the fucking games than Game Pass. And fucking games with gold. And they're good. I'm going to go look at the chat. Now, I know the people that switch sides, they were the first to dislike the video because the truth is the truth. If you switch sides multiple times, you think like them. It's nothing wrong. But you need to look at the facts. You need to look at the numbers. The numbers are not adding up. You're begging Sony to charge you more money than they already are for more games that they're giving you than the other guy. Why do you want to give more money for less games? You want Game Pass, right? So that means you want Sony to shave off 200 games of the 300 that you have downloadable so you can be more like them, and then you want Sony to boost the price? So why would you want less games and boosted price? I can't be crazy here. I cannot be crazy here. What's going on, Crumpet Man? What's going on, Vegan VR King? So, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but, CFO, we have less subscribers on PlayStation now because PlayStation gamers do like owning their games. So if you want to be a smartass, that's cool. Yes, there are only 2.22 million subscribers to PlayStation now. First of all, Sony doesn't advertise it out the ass like Game Pass, right? Second of all, there are PlayStation gamers in our community, and I'm not going to deny this, with bigger audiences than myself that are not being honest about what we have. It's not their job. It's not my job. But I'm getting a little irritated with people that are claiming to be PlayStation fans that want what Game Pass is offering, which is less games at a significant higher price. So again, PlayStation Now, more games, $60 for a whole year. Game Pass, less games, $120 for a whole year. So if you want to, let's say, do Game Pass Ultimate, right? Which you're probably not going to like this one either. We're going to do Game Pass Ultimate for 12 months, right? So, again, we're only seeing this one. We're seeing that one. Let's see. Game Pass Ultimate. Blah. We're not seeing any Game Pass Ultimate for 12 months. Alright. Probably because they don't want you to do that shit. They don't want that. Because it's going to be a lot of money. It's going to be a fucking lot of money. So, Microsoft doesn't have that information. And, yeah, Microsoft doesn't have that information, and it looks like Amazon doesn't have it either, which they should, because it should be coming from Xbox. But as you can see, you only have an option for 1 or 3 months, because once you know how much you have to pay for an entire year, of course the price is going to be higher than Game Pass. So let's just add some shit up, since they don't want to give us the whole, what's the name? Let me add this shit up real quick. This is 44. Let's see, that's times 2. Okay, and then what is that? Equal. Okay, that's equal to that. Times 2 again. So you're paying basically $180. So you're basically paying $180. It came up because they only got the 44.88, which is basically supposed to be $45, but they shaved off a little bit on Amazon. So the price, that if I'm just following that for 6 months, it's $179.52, right? But it's basically $180. You can add it up if you want. All you gotta do is times this price 2 times, and then the price that you get from that times that 2 times. That'll be 12 months in total, and you're going to be ending up with the same number. So Game Pass Ultimate, all right, for 12 months, and then this for 12 months is more than, this right here. So either way you want to chop it, just Game Pass by itself is the same price you're paying for PlayStation Now and if you include PlayStation Plus, right, for 12 months. So PlayStation Plus for 12 months is 60. PlayStation Now for 12 months is 60. Game Pass for 12 months is 120. It's the price of both subscriptions on PlayStation, which give you better games. Right? Now, you think you're getting a bargain, because the main focus is Game Pass. They want to add that gold in there. Obviously, if you're paying 12 months for Xbox Live Gold by itself and 12 months for Xbox Game Pass by itself, you're going to be paying more than 180. We can add that number up, but it's going to be very embarrassing, but we'll do it anyway. 180 is way more than 120, which is what you pay for PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus if you choose to. Most people don't get PlayStation Now, but most people have PlayStation Plus. I think PlayStation Plus is sitting at 40-something million people, and probably by the middle of this year, it'll be at 50 million subscribers for PlayStation Plus, right? So,
Current subscribers, make that known.
What happened?
Make that known. Concurrent
Yeah,
members.
these are concurrent subscribers, by the way, for PlayStation Plus. These are concurrent subscribers. Now, again, PlayStation Plus over 40 million subscribers. PlayStation Now 2.22 million subscribers. I'm not sure if those are concurrent, but we can check those numbers. It's significantly lower because they don't really advertise it. Not only do they not advertise it, PlayStation gamers still believe in owning games, like I do, even if it's digital.
Oh,
And
it's
they
47.4 million. That's how
47
many
point.
numbers they.
Yeah, that's what it's at.
Four.
Okay, so yeah, by June it's gonna be at 50 million, guaranteed,
Not that.
guaranteed. By the
Damn,
middle of this year,
86% of PS5 owners have PS Plus. Damn,
that's a lot. So I just
86%.
wanted to add. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do Xbox
Oh, by the
Live.
way, hi everyone. Sorry, I just popped in and
No, it's good.
interrupted you, Jay.
Like a light skinned Batman. That's all right. Let me see. So we got that. We got this one. And then we got this one, right? So this is where it gets really weird, right? So Xbox Live Gold for a whole year is the same price as PlayStation Plus for a whole year, which is $60, right? So if you do 120 plus 60, you end up with the same
180.
fucking price, 180. So Xbox Live Ultimate isn't really doing anything for the amount of money you're paying for both services. They make it seem like you're paying less, but in reality you're not. Cuz the number that I got was 179. And the reason why I got 179 is because Amazon has shaved off the 99 cent to 88 cents. So you're paying the same amount. Xbox Live Ultimate doesn't really help you on paying less money for both subscriptions. You're still paying the same amount if you get both subscriptions for an entire year. So both subscriptions for an entire year is going to cost you 180 either way, ultimate or individual. And PlayStation, their 2 subscription is going to cost you 120 for an entire year. There's no bundling option.
Yeah.
So people want a bundling option that would put $60 more on there with less games. But why? If you call yourself a PlayStation fan and you're saying you want to have less games on these services, but pay $60 more, why would you want that?
I don't know what they want, Jay.
No,
They just
they
listen
do
to.
know what they want, but they're not real PlayStation fans. That's what we're getting down to right now. What we're getting down
That's
to is
what.
the people that are saying they want a Game Pass solution don't understand we actually have one. You're just not educated enough to know it. And
Yeah,
not
that's what
only
Tick
do
was
we
saying.
have one, not only do we have one, we have a much better one.
Oh, you mean like getting them separately?
No, yeah, like okay, so we just went
Yeah.
over right. PlayStation
Hmm.
Plus, PlayStation now has 800 games. They're advertising it on the website, but only
Mm-hmm.
300 of those are downloadable. Game Pass is all about downloadable games, but they're bragging about 100 games. So even if you take away the 800 number, which most of those are streamable games, you're left with 300 downloadable games, which is more than what Game Pass has. So
Uh-huh.
you're paying more money each year for Game Pass than PlayStation Now, but PlayStation
Uh-huh.
Now gives you more games.
So PS Now is cheaper, has over three times the amount of games that's downloadable, and they say that's a better value.
Yes.
Game Pass?
Yes.
Huh. Oh, that makes sense. So
Again,
let's
you
see, you could
can't you
buy
can't
PS.
you
Oh,
can't
all
be a
right.
PlayStation fan if you're saying this. And I
Oh, wait a
apologize to
minute.
the ones that are not educated about this, but now you're educated. So now you
Wait,
can stop saying that you want a fucking equivalent. You have one.
I also have one
The
more thing
only
to say,
difference is
Jay,
it's not day and
after you
date.
finish.
That's the only one.
I have another thing to tell you as well. So also with that lesser price, if you have PlayStation Now, you don't need Plus to play the online portion of certain games on there. So that's $60 you don't have to spend as well. So how is that a worse deal than Game Pass? I'm still stuck on that because if you don't got to pay for online and you can play online with just one service, you basically have both of them anyway.
Bro, this is
Because
deja vu. We talked about this before,
Mhm.
and there was a Call of Duty dude sitting down, and you're talking about this right now, and I'm looking at a Call of Duty guy sitting down. This is so deja vu because we went over this before, and it's not sinking in. I'm grateful
What?
that we have 86 people watching, and I'm grateful that you guys like the video enough, so we can get this word out there. But you guys gotta understand, bro. You don't need what they have because if we get what they got, we're gonna get less games and they're gonna charge us more money. Nobody wants
Hmm.
to pay more money for less
For
games.
less. Just Xbox dudes do.
Yeah, but if you're on the side of PlayStation or claiming you're a PlayStation fan, why would you want PlayStation to copy off of the losers? They're in last place. They're
I never
fucking
got that. I never got that. Because Dick used to say that shit. Why do you want them to combine it for? For what? So y'all talking about Microsoft with options, but Sony is giving you an option. If they combine it, there won't be an option really. You'll get less games in that service, and the games you will get is not what you want. You're gonna be paying a service for shit you don't want, and then you're gonna have to spend games like $60, $70 on games you do want. You basically are gonna spend less money. I guarantee you that if Sony combined them two. I thought about it at one point, but then I was like, you know what? No, it's better PS Now and Plus stay separate
exactly, bro.
because
Let that shit
it's an
stay
option. Like
separate.
you,
And right
you
now,
don't.
the only thing, right, and I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, if Sony wanted to go down the
Mm,
road of adding games day and date to PlayStation Now, this is something they do with PlayStation Plus. If they was ever to do that with PlayStation Now and actually advertise the amount of games they have downloadable or the amount of games they have on the service, which is something Microsoft is trying to replicate with xCloud, something PlayStation has already mastered. Again, they don't get credit for it.
well,
They
then I
could
should have downloaded.
they could change the whole landscape if they just advertise these numbers that they have on PlayStation Now.
Mhm.
They could dominate the whole
All
conversation.
all
Oh,
Sony
dude,
needs to do is just
PlayStation.
say, here's a PlayStation Plus and Now bundle, $120 per year. Boom, you get
What
PlayStation
the
Now and
fuck?
Plus per year.
But,
I,
but, 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 but who wants that, bro? It was better off
Well, I'm
doing
just saying,
$100.
if you want the best value out of PlayStation, that'd probably be the best route to go. That's
You
just
already have the best
my
value
suggestion.
right now. Because here's the thing.
Yeah, but just
The games
that's
that's
the
on
best way to
PS Now
advertise.
are also, but here's the thing, the games that's on PS Now, that's PS4 downloadable games. If you go on the PS Store, they're cheaper than like ever. Like you
True,
will
they're
buy
normally like
more
around
games
20,
without being
20, maybe $30
no, they're
a
less
year
than
after
that.
release.
Only thing really that's stopping you, let Sony say we allow PS3 downloads. How much people you think going to get PS Now then? Let that shit be announced. Oh, you're starting today, you'll be able to download PS3 games on PS Now. That right there, that's the value to PS Now. Everybody would
Oh,
get it.
fuck yeah, I sign up for that
It's
easily. It's
continued.
like, yep, one subscription, please. 2 years? Yeah, let's do 2 years.
What up? What up?
What's going on,
What's
everybody? Welcome,
cracking?
welcome, welcome.
Oh, I see King
Yeah.
Ivan, this motherfucker. What's up, bro?
Can I give my take on this?
PlayStation Gamer. Uh, I'm not sure if you were watching or listening, but why bundle it for less money?
Well, I'm saying it's just a good way to advertise PlayStation Now.
I don't
and
think
Plus
they
at the
need
same
to.
time.
I don't think they need to bundle it because see, PlayStation Plus is already higher than the Game Pass subscriptions as well as the Xbox Live Gold. Right? It's sitting at 47 million. Right? By June, it should probably be at 50 million. That's a lot of subscribers. You know, Disney Plus is
That's
sitting.
very true.
Disney Plus is sitting at 100 million subscribers. Right? Disney Plus and PlayStation Plus are higher than Game Pass subscribers and Xbox Live Gold subscribers. And we're talking about concurrent numbers too. We're not talking about if and when I want it or I got $1 fucking voucher from a Pop-Tarts box. No, we're not talking about those people. We're not talking about people making new emails to join for $1, which we just went over that people can do. We're talking about concurrent people that are dedicated.
Easy.
Exactly.
Just make another Gmail account and boom, it's treated as the same.
What I'm saying is we don't need that. What they need to do if they really want to push it, just advertise it. Just say, hey, we got 300 games downloadable, 800 games in total with streaming capabilities. Bam, that's it. Are they advertising that when you go into the service? Yes. They show that you have the ability to transfer your game saves, earn trophies, whether you're streaming or downloadable games. If you download the games, you're getting to play at that 60 frames or that 4K ability on a PS4 Pro, obviously on a PS5. Like they give you that information, but people are saying, hey, we need Game Pass. Like you're paying less money and you get more games.
We don't need a Game Pass. We just need PlayStation Now to get advertised better.
That's it.
And then PlayStation Now to get day and date games.
That's
it. Hell, no, you can do day. You just do day and date with PlayStation Plus, like they've been doing.
They're already doing.
Off-World.
Yeah, depending on the game, they're gonna keep doing that. That will boost up subscription numbers, but most people want PlayStation Plus.
I don't think like you're gonna see like a big AAA game on there, but like the smaller, niche type of games. I think actually that's a good route for Sony to go because then it's like, hey, you guys have never played an off-world game. Here's a chance to play one.
But look at this right now.
And
if you're looking at PlayStation Now, you got Avengers, Borderlands 3, Long Dark, World War Z, Ace Combat, Skies Unknown.
It's gone, nigga.
Bloodborne.
Days Gone.
Exactly. Days Gone. Bloodborne, Infamous Second Son, Injustice 2, Detroit Become Human.
You got Ratchet and Clank, nigga, and it's free.
You got the entire Ratchet and Clank future.
Exactly. You got Street Fighter 5, Little Big Planet 3, Tekken 7, God of War 3 remastered on here. Bro, you got so many games on PlayStation Now. Like, you got both of them Metal Gear Solid 5 versions, Phantom Pain and the other one. You got the Dead Island Definitive Edition. The Definitive Edition of Dead Island is on PlayStation Now. Medieval is on PlayStation Now. Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain on PlayStation Now. All the Darksiders is on Playstation Now. Like,
that's actually a really solid series.
I'm just telling you right now, this right here shits on Game Pass.
Can I give my take on this?
Jay, he was just saying something.
You can get 85 takes on it if you want. I don't care.
Yeah, it's about this PS Now thing. First of all, I don't think it would be sustainable to do day and date in PS Now off the rip that.
I don't want them to.
And
I don't want them to. They don't have to.
But what I'm trying to do is, if there's one thing I agree with David Jaffe is, they don't have to do day and date because of what they spend on their games. But they can just, let's say, side projects for all of their studios. Let's say Insomniac is working on Spider-Man 2. Then they can just do a side project for Spider-Gwen or Spider whatever, or Miles Morales 2, a smaller scoped game, like a Lost Legacy type deal. Then they just put that in PS Plus day one. And they put PS Plus and PS Now together.
Miles Morales?
Yeah. And they put PS Plus and PS Now together. Yeah, they put PS Plus and PS Now together. You understand?
That's not good.
No, I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. Because
I
if they go PS Now route day one, it won't be good. Like it won't be sustainable. But if they do PS Plus day one, they will have instant over 50 million subscribers. All they just have to do is convert them, or give them the option. If you want to pay online for online only, you're paying for that. If you're paying only to play those games, whatever, you're still paying for the service. So no matter what you want, even if it's only online you're using, they're still making money off of you.
Yeah.
Then their studios, they will have to grow bigger. Then you will have, let's say Naughty Dog is working on a
Last of Us
medieval
3. Just
fantasy.
don't.
Okay, let's just say The Last of Us Part 3. They're making The Last of Us Part 3, and that is, let's say, crazy budget, $200 million budget. Okay? Then that game, they
Yep.
will release that at retail, but let's say 6 months, 8 months, 10 months later, they can release that in PS Plus. Understand?
Yeah.
Then let's say
Yeah.
that
That probably
the
be the best
second
route to
team,
go.
yeah, the second team is making a smaller, let's say, Lost Legacy or Infamous First Light type game. There's going to be a side project, but it's going to be smaller in length. Let's say 8 to 15 hour game. Then they can just put that in PS Plus because it's not going to cost that much. Like if you really think like, for example, Lost Legacy didn't cost that much to make, to be honest. It was supposed to be a DLC.
Yeah,
Miles
wasn't it
Morales,
actually covered by the season pass for Uncharted 4 originally?
yeah, but they released it at $40 because you know that there's some
Yeah.
games they're $40, but they are actually AAA. You understand?
Yeah.
If they go that route, that'll be more beneficial because you know God of War, Horizon, that may sell. That's always going to sell. You release that at retail, you're going to pay $70 for that. But let's say a smaller project, let's say a Ratchet and Clank 2016, that type of game, you made that, you can release that in PS Plus day one. But when a bigger budget game releases, that will go at retail first. Then 6, 8, 9, 10 months later, it releases in PS Plus. That'll be a smarter route to go.
This is what I'm amazed by about PlayStation. PlayStation Now is like a hidden gem, right? There's a lot of things we're gonna say they need to do and they should do, and maybe they shouldn't do, right? But the amount of value you have in this service is unmatched. Like there are people
Oh,
starting
dude,
up new
there
game
are gems
services.
in there, games people have never played, like games
Exactly.
like Tokyo Jungle. Like I don't know if you guys remember this game.
They got
I think it's
all
a
the
digital only
Batmans
game.
in here too. They got Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Origins. They're all PS3 streamable, but they still have them here.
Yeah, they have all the Sly Coopers in there too. Sly 4 and the Sly Collection. Kind of weird though they don't have the Ratchet Collection or Jack Collection.
They do seem to have what do they have? Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas is here. Now Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are streamable only because, they don't have a solution for
PS3.
yeah. But once they find a solution, that would be awesome. Also, we don't know how many games that they will try to put over here from the PS1, the rest of the PS2, PSP, and PS Vita, because those stores are closing down. And the big rumor is they're going to try to put games over here from the older PlayStation generations, which would significantly boost the value. And if they do that, they know they're going to have to advertise this service a lot more. By the way, they have all
I
the Infamous
believe,
games in here too, by the way. Infamous 1, 2, Infamous 2 Festival of
I
Blood.
believe,
Dude,
Fucking crazy.
oh wow, they do have Festival of Blood.
I
Fuck
believe it's
man,
going to
I
happen.
gotta sign up.
Yeah, I definitely do
Like,
too. They're not going to throw away all those games when they already know
no.
they can add them to PlayStation Now. And that will boost subscription numbers, guaranteed.
And there's one thing, they have another way to combat xCloud, which is one thing that nobody's talking about, is remote play. The only difference is it's just going to feel like you need a PlayStation for it. Like that's a good way to sell a PlayStation. Listen, it's like let me come to you and tell you, listen, I have product A, and you can play your games that you download on this device on any screen you have. But product B comes and he says, listen, I have product B, but you do not need product B to access those games on your to play those games on any type of screen. Like even Samsung just announced that Game Pass is coming to Samsung TVs. So yeah,
Okay, let me
they do.
correct you. PlayStation was the first one to shit on xCloud before xCloud existed. Everything you said, this is what I'm talking about. It's a little irritating, right? I'm not older than a lot of people, but it is irritating knowing the history and then other people don't. PlayStation had PlayStation Now on all smartphones, all smart TVs.
I know.
PS3,
I know.
PS Vita, tablets. PlayStation Now was everywhere. But when they saw the world was not ready for that, they took it away. They're not going to put it back until it's successful. And I'm going to let you know right now, xCloud is not going to be successful. Because, see, the way PlayStation did it, they have a bigger name recognition than Xbox and always will have. If they ain't buying it for PlayStation, they ain't going to buy it for Xbox. Now, if you could find me a good amount of people that have xCloud and is loving it, then I might change my mind. But I hear people talking about Game Pass more than xCloud.
Yeah, but it depends on the market, though. Like, if they're able to get the Chinese and Japanese market, don't forget that the Chinese market, like the consoles there on the Asian market, period, like it's very hard. Like that market is basically handheld now. That's why Nintendo is dominating Asia.
No, Nintendo dominates everyone. That doesn't have two brain cells to put together.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And look, this is the thing. Nintendo has those type of games that the Japanese market love. They're not gonna stop loving Mario. They're not gonna stop loving Zelda and shit. But they do.
Nobody.
They're doing good with
iconic
Japanese RPGs. They're doing good with Monster Hunter, obviously. PlayStation did great with Monster Hunter World in Japan, locking it down only to the PS4 in Japan. But yeah, PlayStation needs to start doing better with Japanese RPGs if they want to try to get a bigger foothold in Japan.
I mean,
there's an answer for that. It's called Final Fantasy 16.
True.
That's going to be a PS5 exclusive for a while.
But there's the thing.
True.
There's the thing. I think they're going to come back to Japan in a big way. Like, I know I've been talking with some
how
people.
they've left Japan. Japan's still a huge part of their identity.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
yeah,
I know, but I'm just talking as like having a first party type of they don't make JRPGs anymore. Like, bro, they own JRPGs that they haven't touched for like 20 years.
With the $2 super chat, and the Asian market don't like Xbox. True. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, it's true. It's
very
like
true.
they can have xCloud and they can promote it all they want. They're not buying into Xbox. They're not. Yes. Do they have Final Fantasy?
They'll never break into.
Exactly. Do they have Final Fantasy? Do they have Kingdom Hearts? Do they have Yakuza? Yes, they do have them. On Game Pass only. They're not. They have not expanded those games to the xCloud yet. So if you're in Japan, if you're in China, and you want to like play these games that you like, but now they're on a different platform that you normally don't fuck with, you have the ability. But if you don't fuck with that platform, you ain't gonna play. And this is the thing: people in Japan, people in China. If you like Yakuza, if you like Kingdom Hearts, if you like Final Fantasy, I highly doubt you waited 20 years to play those games.
Exactly.
That means you're trying to advertise old ass games that they already experienced on PlayStation platforms. All it's doing is making them look like they're doing something good. But even their American subscribers, they don't give two fucks about those games. Now let me tell you something. Yakuza, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy. It's been available on Game Pass for a while now. How many Xbox fans are hyping about it? How many Xbox fans play that shit? How many? You can't find nobody.
Nobody. Of course, that's the point. Those Xbox fans, they don't like those games.
If I was a boss and I saw Phil Spencer like contracted and get those libraries on that service, and you had to spend a lot of money just for the gamers not to even touch it, I would fire Phil Spencer because that's a waste of time and resources. Why
No,
are
you
you
gotta
giving
Hold
understand
something to
this.
up.
somebody that where they don't give a fuck about it?
No, listen. This the thing. I think you don't understand what Phil is trying to do here. He's not trying to feed the Xbox fan base. He's trying to appeal to the Japanese market. All he's trying to change. All he's trying to do is change the optics to make people think that yeah, Xbox Two has Japanese games. He just wants to make people like I don't know if you guys watched the is it Tokyo Game Show last year when Xbox
I
did their own showcase.
I think I might have watched it, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
they had every big Japanese publisher in that show saying, I'm not quoting them. I'm just gonna say this. They were saying that they were good. They were going to support the Xbox platform and all that, the Xbox Series X and S and all that. You had them. You had Square Enix, Capcom, Koei Tecmo, Bandai Namco. You had them all, bro. Like all I'm trying to say is just trying to make the Japanese market look like look, Xbox also has we also have Japanese games. We also love Japan. You understand?
Yeah, I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
And
They're
look,
trying.
look,
They're
also
trying to say,
I
"Hey guys,
understand.
guys,
And
and the
we have
listen,
those
fact
too.
it's
We have
not a
those too."
bad thing, bro. It's not a bad thing to say, hey, let me fake it till I make it. But it only works but so far. You know, I know what you're talking about. You know,
yeah.
cause I'm JTech, so I know what they're fucking doing. So all I'm gonna tell you right now is they're faking it until they make it, and they're not gonna make it because this is the thing you need to understand. They're they got a new system. It's more powerful, right? Than the
hmm
PS5. It's
Hmm.
still selling
No,
less
it's
in
not more
Japan.
powerful.
No,
I was gonna say.
hold on. That's the
Yeah.
advertisement.
Okay.
That's how they
Okay.
advertise it. It's in Japan.
Yo.
PS5 in Japan, same time. PS5 still kicking their ass. PS4 still kicking their ass. You can fake it till you
Yeah.
make it, but if you're not gonna make it, then why are you faking it? So again, you're not doing this for your United States fans. You're not doing it for the European fans. You say you're doing all of this for Japanese fans so they can start putting games on their platform. But if you put their games on their platform, the Japanese developers want their games to sell. They don't only want to pay out to put their game on Game Pass. So you put your game on Xbox in Japan. PlayStation 4 and PS5 have more install base in Japan. What are you doing? You wasting time. I I know
But
what
there's
people
the
say
thing
on
though.
TV, and I know what they say on these live streams, but it's not the same shit behind the scenes, bro. They're not gonna try to lose money. If they're making guaranteed money with the PlayStation community in Japan, why would they mess with Xbox when there's not a lot of people in Japan that own an Xbox that's willing to buy games like that? It's just so
Yeah,
low.
I got an answer for you, Jay. It's very simple. Microsoft gave them a bigger check.
Yeah,
Hey, we see
but
that Kingdom
Yeah,
Hearts
but it's
game over
not
there.
always. It's not
How
always
many
about the
zeros do I have to
check
write
in
down?
Japan. You gotta know
no,
that.
no, no. Okay, look. PlayStation Gamer, you're right. They gave him a bigger check to get a collection of old ass games. It still doesn't help their situation in Japan, like I just talked about. They already played those games on
Oh yeah,
PlayStation systems.
they're
So what are you
they're never
doing
gonna
new?
break
Like
that
we got to
threshold.
talk about what new games are they doing?
And this is
Scarlet
what.
Nexus,
This is
right?
why
Okay, you got Scarlet Nexus, but is it gonna go to Game Pass day and date?
marketing right.
So far, no. They got the marketing rights, but that is a game that is tremendously gonna sell on Xbox. One thing I'm gonna tell you, there was a situation like this with I think it was called Blood Rain. Remember Blood Rain? They had the marketing rights. That game did not perform well, even though it was on
Wasn't
PlayStation.
that the wasn't that the game with the vampire chick that had red hair?
Yeah, and it was similar to Dark Souls, and it was fun. I played the demo; it was fun, but it wasn't fun enough for me to go out and buy. But because they had the marketing rights, I guarantee you the game sold significantly lower.
And this
Nobody
is
wants
why.
the Xbox stench on them. You get the Xbox stench,
This
your
is
game ain't
why.
gonna do good.
Yeah, but this is why I believe they're trying to. This is why we're hearing rumors of them trying to buy more developers. And one of the rumors that came up is they're trying to get. They're going at Japanese developers now. And with that rumor coming out,
Uh huh.
I believe Don't quote me on this, but I believe Sony will acquire Square just because they don't want anybody else to buy them.
I mean, we're getting into that territory with what Square has offered PlayStation over Xbox. So we talked about this yesterday. Xbox got
Yeah.
Outriders. PlayStation ended up getting Final Fantasy VII Remake on Plus, and then now they turned around and put Avengers on PlayStation Now. So it's true that
It's like Square's trying to play both sides, but they're favoring Sony.
yeah,
So,
they're
like,
always
Yeah.
gonna
hey, yeah,
favor Sony because their fans in Japan favor Sony. You're not gonna sell you're not gonna sell a lot of copies of Final Fantasy.
And you gotta understand, yeah.
Well,
PlayStation
you know what?
do
That's no. I
like,
mean, that's just history, though. Hold on. Let me go back.
yeah.
Final Fantasy 15 came out day and date on Xbox and PlayStation. Didn't go to PC. Didn't go to Switch, right? Or whatever Nintendo system was
No.
out. So it was between the
Wii
two
U.
systems. It was early in the generation, and it still shitted on Xbox version. Now, if you go back to another Japanese game, Metal Gear Solid 5. Same situation, one additional platform. It was on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, right? It's still sold better on PlayStation than the PC and Xbox version. Again, history will repeat itself in Japan because it's done so for 4 fucking generations. Look, Xbox looked good when it came to Japan with the 360, specifically because they were out a year ahead. But if you've been paying attention to what's going on screen, I'm scrolling down the PlayStation Now library. And there's tons of Japanese games here from the PS2 and PS3 generation that Xbox will never get. Like, they can get Americanized Japanese developers. Square Enix has been in the United States for a long, long time, right? So they were able to lock them down. Sega, been in the United States for a long, long time. They were able to get those Yakuza games. But the real hardcore Japanese developers, they still can't seem to get any of their games.
Yeah,
I think that Phil
Falcom,
Spencer needs
yeah.
to work on the games that they can't get. Obviously, we knew
I
Final
believe
Fantasy games were gonna go over there.
Bandai Namco, in my opinion, I don't know for you guys, but in my opinion, they aren't as I mean, they aren't as prominent as they used to be. They still make good games,
Yeah.
but
yeah,
they
the
don't
other
hit me.
company
They don't.
makes all those anime games.
Yeah, they don't hit me the way when they had Dragon Ball, Budokai 1, 2. I believe they had 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had 3, right?
True Woody
Yeah,
with
they
the
did have 3.
hold
They
on.
had
True Woody with
Naruto and
another
all that.
super chat. True Woody says Square Enix is not an expensive company to buy. I mean, yeah, but I think they need to edge towards it. You know, we talked about
No,
this off air that they don't want to just go
they're as
out and buy them.
expensive as Bethesda, though.
Yeah, but Sony has enough money to get them and still be good.
Yeah, they can get them if they want.
Yeah, but I
It's just
think
that they will have to make.
yeah, they're gonna have to make some changes, but I want them to do it in good time. If they feel that they can do good with these small timed exclusive deals and shit like that, yeah, keep doing it until you get to an area where you say, okay, yeah, let's go get them again. But Square Enix and Sony, I need people to understand this one fact. They're gonna always be close. It don't matter that Square gave old ass games the Game Pass after they already been on PlayStation for like 19 fucking years. It don't matter. It don't matter. It was on PlayStation first. Those games are popular because they were on PlayStation.
What games?
I mean,
The Final Fantasy
games?
collection that ended up on Game Pass, Kingdom Hearts that ended up on Game Pass, Yakuza that ended up on Game Pass. Those games.
Yo, remember when I called that shit last year?
Yeah.
Remember when I said that and Neo and all them collections were gonna happen?
It's funny that there's no word about Final Fantasy VII Remake on Xbox yet.
It's
yeah,
gonna come.
it doesn't come to wait.
Yeah, so
when
I
did that
wanted
game
to-
release on PS4 again last year?
It was April.
April.
If I'm not
So
mistaken,
it's
was
supposed
it
to go
April
to
or was
Xbox
it
this
March?
month.
It was. I think it was March. But it's supposed
Yo,
to go
if
to
it was
Xbox. They
March-
I
said,
think it was March. Yeah, I think it was March.
They said a year, 18 months after though. I think September is supposed to come to Xbox and PC.
You gotta
But
wait and
what
see.
if
But the
hope
Integrate
it
is
does.
exclusive to PlayStation, though.
Well, yeah, because that's
What
when
the fuck?
it's
Is that a
exclusive.
dead
Or
bird, bro?
was that part
Okay,
of the
so
deal?
this is what I want to say. We got the date, and the date is April 10th.
April 10th.
Yeah, April 10th is
What
when
date?
Final Fantasy VII Remake came out.
Oh damn,
So
that's
it's
in 3
supposed
days.
to.
Yeah, that's in 3 days. So what would that be?
That's in 3 days.
Would that be Friday or Saturday?
Yeah.
No,
That's Saturday.
that's Saturday. They're not gonna talk about shit on Saturday. So if they were to talk about anything about Final Fantasy going to Xbox, it will probably be it will
Next
probably
month for around
no, it'll
E3
probably be
time.
Friday or next Monday. So it'll be on the
Oh,
9th or the 12th
Okay.
when they talk
did
about.
those
But you
kids
might
start
be
making
right
stuff
about
out
that.
yet?
You might be right that like PlayStation is in bed with Square Enix. They obviously delayed the game going to Xbox because if this game is
COVID.
supposed to be going to multiple platforms a year
They
after it
will
was
have.
on PlayStation, it would have already been
If they
announced.
take it to Xbox, it will have to go to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Oh
You,
Lord.
But
Yeah, I
look,
can see
I'm gonna
that.
tell you right now. I'm gonna tell
I
you
can
right
see
now.
it.
Yes, you're right because they're not gonna buy that game. But
ain't nobody buying that
But that's a lot. Again, it's the
That'd be
same
huge,
shit I'm seeing on the
though.
news, right? I'm seeing on the news this movie, right? This movie with Daniel Craig in it, the guy that plays James Bond. He's
The one, yeah.
you know the Knives Out movie.
Spectre.
The Knives Out movie was really really good,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
No,
so
I
they
don't know
paid.
that.
They're
No, it
paying.
was not.
But hold on.
It
It
was
was
not.
good. It was good enough for Netflix. So I want you to let me speak. I didn't watch the movie, but the receptions are really really good. It was good enough for Netflix to do this. They paid him and another actor $100 million to come to Netflix to do a sequel of the movie. That's a lot of money.
They just paid him to come, bro.
Yes, just so he could come to Netflix and do the sequel to the movie, right? That people might say
They
is
gave him
good or
$100
bad.
million?
But yes, but listen, I want you to listen to this. This is the type of shit Xbox is doing too. They're spending tons and tons of money just to get stuff on their service to make it look attractive. But that's not paying the bills. That's just spending money.
They
They
just said
They
it's
know.
really
long
are
term,
the
Jay.
Netflix of
Remember,
gaming.
Listen.
it's long term, Jay. Remember.
It's a long term thing. Like they know they aren't going to be profitable for a while. They always say this is a long term profitability thing. Even if they hit 50 million, it's not going to be profitable.
Listen, I understand this. But what I want to ask everybody on the panel and everybody in the chat, why do Xbox fans keep capping for Game Pass? If Phil
Because
Spencer is
PlayStation
wasting,
doesn't have.
if they're wasting more money than what they're making off of the service because their gamers are not even fucking interested in subscribing year over year and staying locked in. You see what I'm saying?
I got the answer.
Well,
I got the answer.
Jay,
It's
I got
because
an
it's
answer
all
for you.
they
It's,
have.
re- it's really
It's all they have. If Phil Spencer did not tout Game Pass the way he did, they would not
Yeah.
be rooting for it the way they are. That's all they have. So
Like
simple as that,
seriously, JTech, do you realize that this Xbox One X was supposed to be the last Xbox console? They were not supposed to
I
have
know.
an next gen console.
I know.
Like they were like going to shut Xbox down. That's how terrible last gen was. This Game Pass is what is making Nadella look at Xbox like, this could work. This could be
well,
good.
it's making their it's also making the Xbox's standards really drop in quality. Like these are people who are looking at Halo Infinite thinking, oh yeah,
No.
an open world Halo game, that's totally gonna be good.
No, that's the thing. I remember what Matt
I hope
Booty
it's good.
said 2019.
Oh, shoot, I was
Um,
muted.
They said that the type of games.
I was muted. Damn.
Huh?
No, I
Never
was
have
muted.
the
I
smaller
just
ones,
stopped.
right?
Oh, we can hear you now.
Right.
So
Talk
I was
about
saying that,
Matt asshole he was talking
yeah,
about.
Matt Booty. So this is
That's
what
the
Matt
most
Booty said.
unfortunate last name.
Yeah.
Names they child's out like that. That's all out there, bro.
It just shows that they bias.
God damn.
Oh yeah.
Lord.
Pretty much.
That's horrible.
Yeah, God damn. Yo, I swear.
But Jay, I think I have an answer for your question though.
Yeah.
Do you remember last gen, right? Last gen when the PS4 price was announced and it was cheaper, right? Remember when Phil said
Yup.
we would never be outdone in price and power, right? I think
That
They
is
still got
that is
outdone
the
in
thing.
price and power.
I think that price shit
But they
really
got-
fucked them because
But they're still
PS3, they
outdone in
got
price and power.
Yeah,
no,
they
because
are
look,
done. They lost both.
but yeah,
The
that's what
thing
I'm
is,
saying.
they were
Price
so
and
concentrated
power.
on getting higher. You want to go? You want to go?
Go ahead, bro.
Oh, okay. Um, sorry if I cut you off. Um,
No, you good.
they wanted that price and power so bad that they both lost the power and the
Mm-hmm.
and maybe the price.
They
Okay,
lost the price.
and
They
trying,
did
but
lose the
just
price.
because they wanted to beat Sony in price, they ended up launching a console that's going to hold everybody back. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's the problem.
Series S.
They wanted to win both. What Sony
Right.
did, which was very smart, they didn't concentrate on. They didn't want to go the traditional way of just making consoles. They wanted to make something different and revolutionary. Like,
They did.
okay, look at this. Do you realize that Phil Spencer damaged Control when he realized that they were being outperformed in power, like in
Yeah.
comparisons? Yeah,
Yeah.
he
He said
said
he
that.
didn't know
Well,
why.
we waited for certain parts, so we didn't, whatever he said. I saw there was a leak a couple of days ago that showed the PS5, Xbox Series X, and Xbox Series S chip from AMD. They're both
Mm-hmm.
utilizing RDNA 2. Like it showed the same chip, and they're all from 2019, all
Uh-huh.
manufactured in 2019. So it's like,
Uh-huh.
okay,
November 8th. November 8th,
wait,
2019. Uh-huh. Talk your
yeah.
shit, bro. Go ahead.
So wait, so were you damage controlling when you said you waited for something? You waited for what? The tools? Like the fuck? That means he was lying,
Yeah,
bro.
Oh
yeah.
god. That mature tool argument is so stupid.
No, but
That's
Oh,
listen,
I
this is
heard there's a
funny.
new
that's
This is
one.
funny
fucking
part.
Oh,
Oh
mature.
no, the tool. No, 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 no. The tools are coming, bro. Don't forget
yo,
that the
I heard.
tools
Oh
are
no,
coming.
I heard there's a wait.
He
I
said
heard there's
tools
a.
are
I
coming.
heard. Well, I heard there's a new SDK again that is
Oh
free
my
Oh
yet for
god.
devs
really,
to use.
But listen,
bro? No,
listen. Let me tell you
One
something.
thing,
Wait
yo,
up,
I
wait up,
know
wait up, wait
Matt's
up, wait up, wait up.
complaining on.
I want y'all to listen to something because we all know this type of stuff. Let me let you listen to something real quick. Because we know how the shit goes, right?
Oh,
We know about SDKs. We know that in a generation you might have at least
Mhm.
about 2 or 3 at the most, right? I think PlayStation might have had 3 because you had one
they
for the
had three.
PS4, and
That's it.
then the PS4 stuff got more powerful, so you might have had a second one. Then you obviously had a third one for the PS4 Pro. But I want you to listen to this. So just give them just listen.
So taken at face value then, assuming that this Ratchet patch was indeed compiled on a very old SDK, this information is
I
somewhat
don't hear nothing.
game-changing. Potentially opens the door to a whole host of older PS4
Is it me or
titles
is it
that
breaking
could
up?
get their own
It's breaking
FPS
up.
boost when run on PlayStation
Wait.
5. Seems that projects don't actually need to be ported over environments.
Oh yeah,
How it
Digital
works is
Foundry.
obviously, though, maybe the game can query
Mhm.
a system
Oh yeah,
level
they little
function
smart.
in
Sony
the
both got
firmware
smart
that
delivery.
tells it what hardware it's running on. It could
Yeah, so basically he's saying that like it's gonna be much easier to make games in 60 frames per second. It's really up to Sony when they want to do it, and it is a strategic thing because we know Ratchet and Clank has a sequel. They got that 60 frames per second. They gave the game away for free. Horizon is about to be given away for free next week. To be honest, we know that they're
That's correct.
60 frames per
So don't
second.
be surprised if they announce 60 FPS
Yo.
mode
Exactly.
coming.
So
Yo.
Wait
what
a minute. Wait a
I'm
minute.
saying is
So
I
you
know
getting Ratchet and Clank,
Give me a
Horizon,
second.
and Days Gone
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
in April? Whoa! Shit!
Yeah.
Damn, I
So
did not notice that.
so
Yo,
this
give me a second. Yeah, go.
No. So I'm just saying, like, yeah, they probably do have two. They're gonna have multiple development kits, but for Xbox fans to believe they're gonna go through 3 different development kits in the first year is stupid. So whatever development kit they're on, they're gonna be on that for a while. So this is just saying, hey, the tools are coming. So basically,
No,
what you're
listen.
saying is another development kit is coming, which is true, but you're not getting it anytime soon. You might get it towards the end of the generation when developers really start to make true next generation games. A lot of these games are cross generation. We all know this.
Listen, this is the thing. As much as this two thing,
Bro, broke up, bro.
My bad, my bad. As much as this tool thing is funny, it's actually a real thing. Like for
Yeah.
both consoles, not just one. Tools, that shit for sound funny though. Tools get better over time. Like you never have one dev kit for the entire generation. They always update them. Like for example, the PlayStation 5 dev kit, the very first one was in 2019, and it was less powerful than the second one, which was less powerful than the third one, which they sent, like, was it April of last year, which is what developers used to optimize their games for. So yeah, it's not new. But one thing that people never mention is you need your tools and your compilers. You need good tools. There's the thing, the tools that Sony have and that they're using to make their games are better, and they're going to get more out of it because they're just developing for one platform.
Yep.
But the Xbox developers are basically third party. They're developing for the Series X, the S, the
One X.
Well,
PC.
you also have to remember.
I
I
mean
was
that
going to
depends,
say this real
but
quick.
PC. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
Mind if I say something real quick? Microsoft
yeah, yeah, yeah.
developers are working on right now 3 fronts: Xbox One, Xbox One X, Xbox One X, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series
I won't
S,
say
Don't
One
don't
X. They
and
don't
phase it
don't
though.
forget
PC.
this.
They phase
Don't
it.
forget this. Don't
no,
forget
the
the
One
one
X
S.
is discontinued, bro. No, One
One
X
S.
is
No, no,
discontinued, bro.
they're still developing for it.
The One S
Yeah, that's
is
if the
actually
game is
the series.
cross-gen.
They're, they're still developing for it though, because people do have it.
Basically, the Xbox One family, and then you got the Series S and the Series X. Whoever
The
fucking comes
PC.
up with the name for these fucking consoles, by the way, just needs to be fucking fired.
No, I
Just
like
saying.
it. I like. You
It's
know
just
what?
too
I like
fucking
it now.
complicated to say loud.
No, just the
This is the
letters
thing.
after them. I like it though.
Just
Series.
know that, just know that that depends. If the game is cross-gen, the Xbox One is going to be included. But even
Halo
with
Infinite's
that,
gonna be
just imagine.
cross-gen.
Yeah, 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 and possibly maybe Forza Horizon 5. But look at this. You have the Series X, the S, and people are just going to say PC like it's one platform, but no, it had multiple types of GPUs, CPUs, and all that, clocked differently and whatever. You have the 6700, the 6800 or 6900 or whatever. You have the 57, the 58 or whatever. I don't even know how they named that shit.
Yeah,
You
it's
have the
mad at
RTX
them.
3070, the 3090, the 3080, the 2080, the 2070, and that doesn't just limit to GPUs because people only compare GPUs, but it's never just about GPU. People are forgetting the CPU. People are forgetting the RAM. Your RAM is going to be
The
important.
bandwidth.
The bandwidth, all of that matters. People
This
just
game is
compare
day one.
T-flops and CUs. People just compare T-flops and CUs like they're the all and be all.
Because
But
because Xbox focuses on power. They don't they
it's
talk about
marketing.
power
That's
so
the thing.
much.
It's the marketing. But people don't
Hmm.
understand that it's about the overall system performance. Like for example, JTech, you have a RTX 2080. I have a 2080. We both have we oh no, we both have the same RAM.
JTech has an
We both
RTX.
have same CPU. Everything the same. But you have a good cooling system, and my cooling solution is shitty. You're gonna have better performance than me just because of your cooling solution. That's how the
Xbox
and that
1080.
depends also. And people are keep saying that, oh well, the Series X has constant clocks and PS5 is variable, like it was a bad thing. No, people don't understand that the reason why the PS5 is variable clocks is because they want the developers to control the heat output because your workload always fluctuates on power on the PS4 or the Xbox. Like it fluctuates on power. So you have to either make it fluctuate on the frequency or the power. You can't have both constant. Okay? If you wanna, let's say, have constant clocks, you're gonna have constant performance, but the amount of heat you output you will have to have a good cooling solution to be able to transfer that heat out. That is why the Series
If you
X is
don't,
built like that. Because
and if you
it's
don't,
clocked very high. This console's who is talking?
You
no,
talking,
sorry,
bro?
go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was saying that these consoles are really clocked high, like they're producing a lot of heat, so they have to be built properly to be able to like push that heat out. That's why the Series X is built like a chimney. It has constant clocks. The Series X,
Bro, I'm
I mean the
fucking dead.
PS5, yeah, the
Bro,
PS5,
like a chicken. I like that.
Bro said like a
yeah,
chimney.
Hey, no,
Nah.
no, I want to ask you something. I want to ask you something now. Now that you mentioned that, I want to ask you
yeah, yeah.
with the way the Series X is built. Do you think that shit is not that shit is good is gonna run properly? Like, is do you think that thing gonna get hot? Because it's out now, so
It's
It's
supposed
hard to
to.
say.
The way it was built. That's the reason why they built it like that, because they needed to get as much heat out as possible. You understand? If they built it like the PS5, they would have had heating issues. But the PS5 won't have
but
heating
the
issues
PS5
because
doesn't
of the
have heating.
weight. Yeah, because of the way it's built. It has fluctuated clocks. That means the clocks aren't going to be constant. It can vary according to the workload. Because in a system, the clocks is what produces most of the heat.
Yeah, but I have my PS5 on all day, bro. Sometimes,
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm
I don't.
saying. It's
It
because
doesn't
Same
it's
cause
here.
me
variable.
overheat.
Yeah, when you're not playing a game, because the
I'm
console
playing the
has
game.
smart shift. No, I'm saying when
Mm.
you're not, for example, not playing the game, the console has smart shift, so it's going to purposely, automatically down clock itself because it's not being used. That's why in photo mode, you saw the Series X have an advantage because the PS5 is not actually being utilized in that mode. It doesn't need to
So in
work, but the
so
Series
in
X
that
is
case,
using resources. What?
so in that case, so in that case, then when it was in photo mode, the Series X was using its full power still.
What? So sorry, I didn't hear you well.
I said
I said
so
in
when
photo
the
mode, Series
Series
X
X
is
was
using
in
more
photo
power.
mode still.
Is using more resources. That's what you would say.
Yes, it was still using its resources.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
still using its resources where the PS5 doesn't need to do that. You understand? Because for some reason, I don't
But
know who said this, but there are some people that said that when their Series X is off, it still feels like I believe it's King Trash. When the Series X is off, it still feels like the thing is still spinning, or the thing is it feels like it's still on. Or like because it
yeah,
still
because
feels like heat is still
I
coming
can
out
actually test.
because it
I can actually
that's how
testify to that
that
because my friend
yeah
has the
that
Xbox Series X, and when we turned it off, I put my hand next to it. I'm like, dude, I don't know if this is real, but this thing still feels like it's pushing heat out.
yeah
And
it's
then
supposed,
Mm.
I was
and
like,
that's a
wow, it is
normal
getting
thing
hot.
because it's supposed to do that. That's why they built it like that, because
Makes me wonder how much
they
heat that thing's got in that little box. Like,
and the
damn.
PS5 also is
exactly
pulling.
is that means that box doesn't have a long lifespan. If you can tell the amount of heat that's coming out of it, that box does not have a long lifespan.
I
They
mean, it
said
depends the
there's a rumor
environment
that they
where you
want
are to.
supposed to last. They also
Hmm?
said that
They're
it's
going to
not
get.
supposed to last.
I'm telling you right now, they're going to get a console that's going to copy that PS5 architecture in a few years. I'm
Trust me, they
betting on
already
this
want
right now.
they already want to copy the DualSense, bro. So and
What people
they
don't
said that
understand, like people, I keep watching that Mark Cerny deep dive. There is a lot that man said in that deep dive that
yep.
people didn't pay attention to. Like
I've
that
been listening
RDNA
the whole
thing, that man himself said, this is a tricky part. The reason why okay, no, he said that we're using RDNA 2 custom chip. Is RDNA 2 like the Series X? But
yep.
there are parts that we didn't take from the PC side because we didn't want it to look like we took PC parts to complete like our chipset or whatever. So they did custom tech. They added custom technology to it. Their tech, for example, there was a developer on a podcast, I don't know where anymore, but he said that their tech for both the PS5 and the Series X haven't been revealed yet, but that are in these systems.
I told y'all that last year. I told everybody that.
That's
There's a lot of
there's
shit
the thing.
that
Listen. That's the thing. The way that console was built, Sony built that console to like to suits their vision. That's why they didn't take every type of PC part they could get.
But listen,
Microsoft when
this is
the
something
reason,
you got to go back to the PS4 on when it wasn't as big for us, but back then when we heard the systems coming out, they seemed so similar until developers started talking about like EA. Well, Battlefield on Xbox would be 720p. Battlefield on PS4 is gonna be 900p, and you kept hearing shit like that. Then when Dead Rising 3 came out, you heard a stupid fucking resolution. And then what was it, 792p for Titanfall and 900p for Sunset Overdrive. Even though these
yeah,
systems might sound like they have similar architecture, you guys have to
yeah,
understand
but guess
Sony
what?
isn't
But guess what?
Microsoft. That means they will always modify what they have. And that's what they
But
did.
guess what? With the Xbox One, when time went on and the tools got better, the Xbox One started doing 1080p. Forza Horizon 2 was 1080p.
I will
Like
agree
it started
when it
getting,
comes
yeah.
to their first party. But when you go to the third party, and I can go back as far as fucking last year, Xbox
No,
One
even third, even
still can't do a lot of third party games in 1080p, bro.
I know. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Cyberpunk. Oh my
Like people
god.
keep saying Microsoft is using full
I mean,
RDNA 2. The
I'm
only
not gonna
reason,
say, bro. Hold on, I'm not gonna say the tools are not gonna or the new development
no,
kits.
no, no,
Sorry,
definitely.
I'm not gonna say tools. Fuck tools. The development kits, right? The development kits are not gonna make the situation a little bit better for the developers so they can pull out more power. I'm not gonna say that's not the possibility because it is. That's why you're bringing out a new development kit. But it sometimes it doesn't help. Sometimes you need new hardware. That's why they both made the decision to come out with mid-generation refreshes. I don't feel that they needed to, but Sony knew Microsoft definitely was going to do it because they were weaker. So PlayStation beat them to the punch. Xbox ended up doing it much later. So they beat PlayStation when it came to power on paper and shit. And
Yeah, but there's the thing. The PS5, the reason what Mark Cerny was talking about it, they built the console to have great performance. They were not going for resolution. That Unreal Engine 5 demo looked like it was running in 4K. It had 8K textures streaming in real time, and that game in
bro,
size from Epic Games, this from Epic Games,
bro,
that game in size was just 780 something megabytes.
Returnal looks like a lot
bro,
of fun. I cannot wait to play this game.
bro.
What's up, True Witty?
Explain why, if the Xbox Series X is more powerful, why did Epic go with it?
I'm
That's
confused.
that's
What?
that's
What?
pretty much it.
What, repeat?
I said I said
You cut in and out a bit there.
Yeah.
oh I cut off. Sorry. I said if what you call
SSD.
it, Xbox Series X is more
The
powerful,
SSD.
why did hmm?
You're
Yeah,
gonna
Give me a
ask what
second,
ethnic
quick.
age go to
Give me a
PS5,
real
right?
sec. Give me a second, quick.
Yeah, I
I know
mean,
he's
this
gonna say that.
as the narrative this is more powerful, but the fact of the matter
yeah,
is
but it's not.
they're exactly. I know it's not. That's the thing. We all found out early on last year that just because it had 12 teraflops doesn't mean that other areas were better than PlayStation. And PlayStation
Yep.
in those other areas continuously beat them. They beat them more than the 2 or 3 areas that Xbox might have had a higher number on paper. And we kept seeing these analysis
It's actually
again.
only two.
This is something that
It's
happened with the PS4, huh?
It's only two areas that they
Okay,
What
it's
were you
two.
saying? What were you saying?
nutmeg.
Okay,
I'm back. I'm
hold
back.
on, King Dave. Hold on. So what we're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about is there's 2 areas Xbox has a higher number on paper, right? And the other areas, PlayStation had a higher number, and we all knew they had a higher number when we saw the spec sheets, but the Xbox fans ignored it. They're like, don't matter. These 2 areas are high, we beat you, right? Analysis came out, just like I was just talking about with the PS4. Oh yeah, on paper, it sounded like they were going to have the same architecture, PS4 and Xbox One. As soon as we got to the analysis, we started seeing, like I said, games 720p on Xbox, 900p on PlayStation, 1080p on PlayStation, 900p on Xbox. And
Yeah,
it was
but
like
again, the
that
reason
is
why,
the shit that's
the reason
happening
why,
now, bro. Like they can't stay at 60
yeah,
frames, but the
but
PS5 can.
there's the thing. The PS4, people keep saying it's because the PS4 had higher T-flops, and that wasn't true. The Xbox One and PS4 were the same in teraflop count.
Exactly. I don't know who
The
said they
difference
had
was
higher.
the difference. Yeah, the difference
Listen,
was Sony had had the easier development environment.
listen,
That's one,
listen.
and two,
Mhm.
the PS4 had higher bandwidth than the Xbox One.
And it's the
Xbox
same
One could do
thing now.
1080p, but it was going to be harder. And this is the thing. With this Series X and the PS5, there are a lot of things that PS5 can do that the Series X cannot just do. You can make a Ratchet and Clank game on Series X, but it's not going to be at the same fidelity.
Mhm.
You understand?
If you which
If they
Ratchet and
want,
Clank
if
you
they
talking
want,
about? Well, hold on. Which Ratchet and Clank you talking about?
what? The new one,
Which
the
Ratchet
one
and
that wants
Clank
to
is
come. Rift Apart, Rift
the
Apart.
one that's to come? Oh, that can't run on Xbox.
Yeah, unless you, let's say, I would
Unless
say
you take out the
downgrade. I would
core
say
mechanic.
downgrade.
Not even
Unless you
downgrade.
downgrade.
You would have
No,
to take you would have
no,
to,
no.
no.
There's the thing. No, they can cheat. There's the thing you gotta understand. The PS4 was outdated when it came out, but
Mhm.
Yeah, we know.
look at the games we got: God of War, Spider-Man, Horizon, Detroit. Look at the games we got. It's not
But
just like
you also got to realize, even though it was outdated, the PC market aren't utilizing their own hardware. Developers aren't utilizing what's in the PC. So even if the PS4 and the Xbox One was outdated, it still can perform a lot better than a PC because these PC hardware aren't being utilized to their full potential.
yeah, PC
Only
is never being utilized.
no, it's not.
Like, do you know
They
what I can do with a 2080, bruh? That's crazy, bro.
Okay, so I just wanted to let y'all know, it is confirmed. This is a PlayStation Plus title. This is Zombie Army 4 Dead
60
War. It does have the
hertz.
PS5 update. It is right here. This is 60 hertz at 4K resolution, supported on the PlayStation 5 console. Uh, Again, a lot of developers are proving the point that it's not hard to upgrade these games. Yes, the development kit for the PS5 is newer, but these are, you gotta remember, these are older games. Like, the cool thing I can't wait for is when we just have games only on PS5. Like, there are no more cross generation games. You don't
oh
gotta wait for updates, and the games day one are already doing what they're supposed to do. Similar like a Ratchet and Clank, or
mhm.
or a Demon Souls, or
Returnal.
Astrobot or Returnal. Like, they're going to do what they're supposed to do day one. You don't need to wait for no patch for it to do what they said this generation was supposed to be about. Updating old games is nice, and some of these games need to be updated because maybe I didn't play through them, or I want to play through them. But oh yeah, I gotta buy some DLC for this fucking game.
Yo, True Reedy, you asked me a question before, right? Before I left.
Before you left.
Yeah, when I told you that I was coming back. You were asking a question, right? Why is the Xbox or whatever more powerful or something like that?
Oh shit. Yeah. Why why did fucking the Epic Game Store, right? The Unreal Engine 5. Why did they
Yeah,
use the
yeah, yeah.
PS5 instead of the Xbox Series X? Seem as if it
Should
is
I
more
tell you why?
powerful.
Should I tell you why? Because they
Yeah,
both
go
have
ahead.
the same vision. If you look at Epic, for example, if you look at and this is one thing I believe, most of Epic technology could be used by Sony's first party too. For example, you know that Capcom for Unreal Engine, no, for the RE engine, they use Quixel
Hmm.
Megascan. Yeah, Quixel is also owned by Epic. So Quixel doesn't just limit itself to just Unreal. You can use it in Unity. You can use it in any engine. It depends if you want to use it.
I'm just
So
waiting for the
when
fucking
they
best of the
showed,
engine.
yeah, I believe they're in a partnership with Sony because they believe they have the same vision. If there is one thing, like for example, you had a developer, I don't know who, oh man, you had a developer come out and say that the SSD, whatever, is going to be a big thing in the coming years. Was that not the Godfall developer? Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe
yeah,
it's the
yeah, yeah.
Godfall. Yeah, yeah. They said it was going to be a big thing
The
in the coming
biggest game
years,
changer in the
the
future. Yeah.
biggest game changer. And this is the reason why. The thing is, you don't have to rely on horsepower to do every single thing. The way the
Well,
console is built, no, that's taking me back to the way the console is built. The console is built in a way where the entire system is communicating with each other. Like, I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to go in hood terms. You're in a relationship with a girl. The relationship is only going to be
Oh.
good if you guys have great communication, right?
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great communication leads to greater things. If, let's say, the CPU and GPU are communicating properly, the console is 10 T-flops. That's what it can hit. Okay. Since it's variable, let's say this particular scene in Spider-Man only needs this amount of CPU usage compared to the GPU. You understand? Is everybody following me? I hope nobody's lost right now.
Yep.
No, we
Yeah, I'm
got you.
following you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And CPU only needs this amount of, let's say for this particular scene, the CPU only needs to be clocked at only 7 T-flops. And the GPU needs to be clocked at 10 T-flops. It needs to run at that at full frequency to be able to. That's what is needed to handle that particular scene. It's going to meet that, and it adjusts automatically. You understand? And oh, really? How are you doing? Uh, oh,
Okay.
my bad. This my
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
My
Mute
dog
your
is.
mic real quick. We can just go continue. But look, bro. I like how all of this shit happens. Like people be talking about, this and this. The specs don't matter no more. I don't want to hear about 12 teraflops. Actually, I haven't heard an Xbox fan talk about 12 teraflops. By the way, the 60 frames is really, really smooth. Like I'm really liking this shit.
They they don't talk about 12 teraflops because they're embarrassed of 12 teraflops right now.
Exactly. You can't talk
The
about it
12
when your
teraflop.
games are not doing 60 frames per second.
Oh, but yo, there was a question y'all asked earlier about
Ooh,
why they
shit.
talk Game Pass, right? Because remember how Sony said this is how you can share game, and Microsoft
Woohoo!
keeps
That was a
saying
nice
that
one.
when, but wait,
That
bro,
one
if
hurts.
Microsoft seem like they can't be Sony on hardware, even though they got powerful on paper, right? What does the hardware run? Games, right? So they feel like okay, the price is the most important thing for everything. So they feel like they win on price. That's one W they're gonna have. That's why they
Not
keep telling
really.
Game Pass.
Not really. Okay. If they, how do you figure that they win on price?
No, because they could say rather pay $70, you could pay fucking $15 a
Yeah.
month for that.
I'm back.
Oh, that shit. Okay. Okay.
So I actually want to ask you guys a real quick question here. Do you think
What's up?
God of War Ragnarok is going to be a cross-gen game?
Yeah.
Yes,
It could be.
Yes,
it
it
has
will
to.
be.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah,
100%.
because you got to remember it's still too many people on PS4 and not a lot of people on
And not enough
PS5. So
PS5s yet. I'm
But
pretty sure they
what
counted for that.
one thing
Man, motherfuckers
one
popular.
thing we
Everybody
don't
want to
know.
talk to him.
Well, one thing we don't know.
Oh
Well,
my God.
we don't know if it's on PS4. The
It
decision
is.
has already been made. Like it's not something that is just
yeah,
going.
and
They're
and
just
that's the
going
thing.
overnight. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna piss off PS5 users because we don't care about the PS4. Let's be honest. We just don't care.
Excuse me?
I don't care. I don't care. And I'm
Wait
looking
a
right.
fucking
Look,
minute.
I'm
How
looking.
did you
Get
get a
out of here.
PS5?
Look, I'm
Hey,
looking at
hey,
my PS4 Pro and I'm looking at the PS4 2 Slim that I have on top of the Pro, which I never got rid of all last generation. But
So give me that.
I was removed from the game. Oh no, let me see that fucking
Why
Mm.
the
5
fuck
minutes.
were you removed?
I don't know. I'm gonna see that 5 minutes though. It was fun. But yeah, long story short, bro. I'm all in favor for God of War being on cross platform, right?
Mhm.
But I can't wait And I can't stress this enough. I can't wait until we get games that are not. So I understand God of War is probably going to be cross-platform. I understand Horizon is cross-platform. Spider-Man, we got cross-platform. Sackboy was cross-platform. A lot of cross-platform games because there's a lot of gamers over there. 115 million PS4 sold during its lifetime, and it hasn't even reached the 10-year mark yet. So you're not going to just throw those users away. They're going to buy God of War. They want to play God of War too. Don't throw them away. But I know they're going to benefit us. We're going to have that 60 frames per second day one over here. We're going to have that 4K, possibly
but
ray
it's
tracing.
not just going to be. I think it's not just going to be just 60 frames.
Well, we're not going to talk about that. We're not. We'll talk about that later when it's true, bro. We ain't going to talk about that shit.
We
we
don't
go that far. No, we don't go that far. Because it's a lot. Remember, Xbox fans end up looking stupid just like that, bro. I'm dead ass serious. They thought every game in their mother was gonna be fucking 120, and it's not. So they can't even do 60, bro. Let these developers. Let these developers.
I'm not saying it's going to be 120. Nah, I'm not saying that.
All I'm gonna say right now, let most of these developers upgrade older games and make sure their new games are not only 60 but locked. PlayStation developers have been doing a great job when they upgrade their old ass games, and that shit is fucking locked. I like that.
It's a fucking Naughty Dog, bro.
What if
Naughty Dog and
the
Gorilla
textures
right now.
Though, on top of that.
That's what I'm saying. Enhancing the textures, 60 frames per second, possibly ray tracing, a native resolution of 4K. I mean, that'd be nice. I don't think every game needs ray tracing. Like a city-based game like Spider-Man, perfect. You can get to show off that. But I'm not hearing same thing. Like I'm not hearing 12 teraflops anymore. I'm also not hearing a lot of people talk about ray tracing anymore, specifically because Xbox isn't doing it. Yeah, Xbox is not doing it. We got Spider-Man doing ray tracing. We got have Ratchet and Clank doing ray tracing. What do we have on the Xbox side?
We also got Control doing it.
Yeah, and Control.
We also have Watch Dogs Legion doing it.
Exactly, Watch Dogs Legion. We got games over here, but as far as the first-party games, we got like 2 games, and they're from the same developer. That's Naughty Dog. But on Xbox side, their developers haven't upgraded for that. We already know ray tracing is going to be a big thing when it comes to Gran Turismo 7, which we were talking about racing games all yesterday. But, Xbox, they need to catch up to it. Again, there's a lot of things they bragged about last year that they have not kept their promise on. So, again, Xbox fans, if you have not noticed, they have retreated to, let's just talk about Game Pass. You can't talk about 60 frames. 12 teraflops is irrelevant. You don't have Forza. You don't have a new Halo to really brag about. Game Pass.
Well, that Gears 5 DLC looks fucking gorgeous. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, but it's no ray tracing. They could have made sure it had ray tracing in it.
It don't need it. It looks.
I know it don't need it, but isn't that a next gen feature? Put it.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure.
X12 feature.
Exactly.
RDNA feature.
Hey, all I'm saying is, you don't need it. You don't need 60 frames, but they're gonna keep giving us 60 frames.
Oh, no, Mark said you don't need ray tracing.
No,
he's like global illumination, right? No, we need 60
you need 60 frames because I will not accept 30 frames for new games from now on.
But the thing is, we don't need it. We're gonna get it, but we don't need it.
Oh, yes, the fuck we do, bro.
No, I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, you're saying the same thing. We don't need ray tracing to play a game. You don't need 60 frames to play a game. A game is playable in 30 frames, but we're gonna get it because that's what's. Hey, hold on, hear me out. Hold on.
Oh no, hold
on. This is what this generation is about, right? The generation is about 60, so every game needs to be 60. But before this generation, we were playing games at 30. We
could not get 60.
Exactly. No, hold on. Don't say that. Don't say that. Fighting games were 60. Racing games were 60. First-person shooters were 60. There were three genres that we get a lot each year that always were 60. And it started before last gen. So I don't want to hear anybody say, "Oh, we couldn't get it. We couldn't get it."
Because,
the fuck you could.
but then
If the
again,
if the
Jay,
developer wanted to make their game 60 and make some compromises last generation, they could have definitely did it, but that was not the goal.
I don't
The
know
goal
about
was
that
to make sure your
because-
game looked pretty for that generation's console. Now you can make sure your game is pretty and you can put this shit in 60 frames. So it's no excuse not to give us 60
Jay,
all around.
keep in mind during the 7th generation, their CPUs for the PS3 and 360 was fucking beasts.
Get this one.
Then, so it kind of not an excuse because now they have the hardware, and it's within price range that they can actually put it into a console now. So it's kind of different. It's not like devs didn't want to do it.
What
They
type of
wanted to,
fucking
but they
game is
can-
this?
Because during the end of last gen, you see Sony Studios started fucking being
Listen,
able to
they
do
can-
flash travel
they can
faster,
definitely-
60 frames. They
Yeah,
definitely
they can definitely give us 60 frames and bring down the resolution.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just saying
all I'm
60
saying
frames,
is-
it obviously needs to be the standard.
Yeah, 60 frames is definitely
Yes.
standard for this generation. That's what I'm saying. But it's
Listen,
not. It
I'd
wasn't
rather
always
60 I'd
needed.
rather 60 than 30.
It wasn't always needed last gen. So this is something that is no question. Every game needs to be 60. And again, I'm seeing third party games, I'm seeing indie games, I'm seeing first party titles that are being upgraded later with 60. So I think at least 30% of older games should definitely be upgraded to 60 frames between now and the end of next year. If you can't do it between now and the end of next year, maybe just focus on your games you're coming out with on the PS5. Then you be good. But we know you can do it. We heard the Digital Foundry. We're seeing it from different types of developers upgrading their games when there is a reason to promote it. Like, yes, this is a game that maybe a lot of people didn't know about, but it's a game. It has guns. It has zombies. People love guns. People like zombies, right? But they knew the game was going to Plus, and what did they do? And it also went to Game Pass. What did they do? They made sure that the patch was ready around the time that it was being reborn. It's being reborn because it's given away for free on these services. So they made sure that the 60 frames per second and 4K patch was ready. And that's what I expect from a lot of other developers. You're going to add these old games to services, make sure you upgrade them because some of the people playing it on these services already have a next generation system. There's no excuse not to make sure these games are ready. Now, in the case of Horizon wasn't on a service, so maybe they didn't need to upgrade it. It wasn't on the PlayStation Plus collection, even though it should have been because Days Gone was there. It was never given away for PlayStation Plus, even though Days Gone has just been given away for Plus. But it is about to be given away for free next week. So, what is this, Wednesday?
Listen,
I think between
this generation-
today and Friday we'll get that announcement.
Who watched the God of War commercial trailer?
I did.
What commercial?
Yeah, no, the commercial for God of War.
There's a lot of them. You talking about the CGI trailer?
Yeah, the CGI one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I watched that.
Well, I talked with someone. Well, he could be wrong, but this is what I heard from him. We're gonna get games on that level, next generation.
I wouldn't be surprised. Didn't they say that last gen?
Once they leave,
No.
once they leave PS4 behind, we will.
Yeah.
Once they leave
And
PS4 behind and they only develop for
if
PS5,
and
we
if
will.
they want, they can bring down the resolution and use machine learning. They can run that shit like what, 60 frames?
Look at these crazy ass Xbox fans looking for games.
Because they did say in 2019, in the end, they said Sony's and Microsoft goal was to create games that was on a photorealism, right?
They
You see what
can now.
Insomniac
Did you
did with
see
that suit, right?
GT7? Bro, did
Yeah.
you see GT7, bro? And that's
Yeah.
not even the final game.
Did
Game
you see?
looks
I'll
that
be honest
good.
with you.
I
Did you
mean,
see Forza though?
people keep
That's
saying,
all.
people keep saying that Horizon was not real time, but it was.
Mm-hmm.
That Horizon, I saw popping in it, bro.
Sony's a movie studio as well. Like they have tech, bro. They can just bring over from the cinema shit, like and incorporate that. You think that machine learning shit for that Spider-Man suit? You think that was just done overnight? They
Bro,
planned for that shit. You
Oh
can
yeah,
tell.
exactly, bro. And this is the thing, bro.
Imagine,
They have one development kit for the PS5, but they ended up putting machine learning
Oh, they
into
don't.
that suit.
They
What
have
if they
two.
they have two?
Have to.
Okay, let's
No,
say
they
they have
have
two.
They
three.
said after yeah, correction. That's why they keep saying
Three.
there was gonna be a PS5 Pro, and that was an SDK. No, that's just an update.
Okay, so they
And
got two, but
Microsoft has
let's
five.
let's put it this way. Their development kits, they're adding things
Three.
later. That means these
Mhm.
developers are learning more things that they can incorporate in their games that they will. Just like PC, like you see people adding shit in PC later after the game came out. They're doing that, bro. There's no rule saying they can't add shit to your game after it came out. Insomniac is on the ball upgrading older games. Like they are
That's
on the
right.
fucking ball.
That's, that's the publisher of the year. I think so far of the generation so far. I think Insomniac's leading everyone because they putting everybody to shame. Niggas came out literally. They have Spider-Man. They did Spider-Man remastered. They upgraded Ratchet and Clank, and they coming out with the next Ratchet and Clank game. That's 4 games already to take advantage of PS5 within 8 months. So if that's just 8 months, imagine what they could do with having real time to a real next gen game. Think about that.
Mhm.
And, they're also when y'all mentioned Epic Games, right? They were able to scan a real world and not use most of the PS4 hardware. And they was able to scan a whole fucking real world to make it a game. Imagine when Sony gets their hands on that tech as well. And the SSD, IO
Imagine.
input, and all of
I
that.
know.
Imagine
Look,
this shit.
Yeah,
you know what I
it's called
really want to see that's gonna
photogrammetry.
test the PS5 Horizon. Yes, it's gonna be a multi-console
Which one?
game. Horizon Forbidden West. I want to
That's not
see
gonna
what they
happen.
can do with that game.
I don't.
I want to see what they can do with that game. You don't like Horizon?
Yeah. You know, Guerrilla Games is my studio, bro.
Yeah. So
Hell
you
yeah.
said you don't want to see what they can do with that game?
No, I don't want to see what they could do, bro. I want to see what's already done.
Well, that's what I'm
You know,
saying.
what's the
I
fucking
want to.
game now?
I want to. Yeah, I want to see.
That's-
I want to see what is already done with the game right now because I want to see a gameplay test. With that game, and I want to see what it looks like on a PS5. Look, I think they did a great job on the Horizon. You know, yes, I'm about the game swap before we get up out of here, but I definitely want to see. Oh, they got photo mode in this game. Wow, they thought of everything with this. This
Photo
game,
mode is in every game, I think.
and that's a good thing. They definitely got to start doing that. Good shit, man.
I'm really afraid, bro.
4K,
I really think at this
60.
point, Sony's gonna show off at this point. This generation, I think they're gonna show off.
That's the thing, bro.
Because like,
They
this
gonna
first
show
time
off,
they
but
made a
nobody will
different-
be able to catch
Inevitable.
him, bro. If they show off, nobody gonna be able to catch him. I'm letting you know right now. Even if Nintendo come out with this baby console that they say is doing 4K, it won't. Xbox,
Hello.
their low quality games are gonna continue to be low quality. I mean, that's just how it is. It's just gonna continuously be low quality. Let me see what they're doing here. Oh, you did that.
But Jay, they're going to be at E3 this year, like how they were at E3 the years before.
Okay, let me
How
put
about
this out.
so?
Let me put this out here in the ether real quick. I believe that between now and the 14th, let me go get that for you real quick. Between now and the 14th, I do see them doing something else. So now and the 14th is Wednesday. So Horizon is supposed to be going in a whole week from now. On the 14th, Horizon, this game, the complete edition, is supposed to be going free for everybody with no strings attached to any subscription service. The whole complete edition free. All DLC, all expansions, everything. The best way to do it, even if you got this zombie game that's a multi-plat, doing it. Photo mode, got it. 4K, got it. 60, got it. Easy. Seems easy for them to do it. If they can do it, Horizon can do it. I need people to stop saying, this can't do it. It's going to take too long. You saying it's going to take too long to update an old-ass game? Really?
No,
Everybody else doing it. It's a strategy behind it. They don't want to update the game when there's no reason to update the game. You update the game, they're giving it away for free. It's going to make more people want to play it. And if you don't have a PS5, you're going to try your hardest to go out there and get one. Yeah, this game is still beautiful. and I already know they're gonna do good on the grass, good on the trees and the sky. I think they had some work to do when it came to the water. I believe they can do that. Obviously, it's gonna be underwater exploration. There's a couple of, or at least one area on Horizon Zero Dawn where you had to dive underwater, but it was really, really short. I think that there's gonna be different creatures. Hopefully, you get to mount some flying creatures. I heard that was supposed to be in the original game, but they scrapped it. I think they're gonna make it good. I just want the story to be a little bit better. You know, I want to be able to feel like I can connect with Aloy. Now I know it's a female protagonist, but you know, when fucking Ellie got, you know, what is it, her mentor or father figure, oh shit, killed in front of her, it's kind of, you felt that shit. You know, Joel. Everybody knows Joel. It hurt.
Well, in all fairness, that's because you had a game already to build off on.
Exactly.
You knew their relationship before. So obviously with Horizon 2, they could go more into her character, give her a deeper relationship.
The whole thing was
like
that really kind of pissed me off is I know we're looking for your mom, and I know you want answers about what your mom is, but once you found out that you were, you know, a fucking clone and shit, it's like, can you stop worrying about your fucking mom?
Yo, I was dying, bro, when I found that shit. I was like, wait. So
she's a fucking clone, and she's looking for her, basically for her fucking donor, which is not her mom. It's actually her sister. Because if you're a clone, that's definitely not your mom. But you know, I hope that things get better with that. You know, she doesn't have to worry about where her mom is or where her mom died.
I wonder how she's gonna respond to Silence and Hades being back. Like, what? I fucking thought I beat you already. Yeah, well, kind of eternal.
Yes, more melee weapons will be appreciated. Obviously, you got projectiles out the ass, but it would be nice to have more melee weapons. I'm a big fan of the armor. I think they did great with the armor. Maybe some more armor would be appreciated. Again, really, really well done game. You know, 60 frames is going to really add a different dynamic to this, the older one.
Well, if you actually take an opportunity to look at the description of the game, because I think it's on the PlayStation 5 store, you can actually see, like, to describe that the Earth is essentially rotting away, and like the machines and humans are starting to conflict with each other more. I think it's gonna be a great story. It just I want to see what the villain's gonna do.
Yeah, I want to know what the villain's gonna do. Again, we did hear rumors, specifically because this character was included in Monster Hunter, and in this game you are essentially hunting robotic monsters, that there might be a Monster Hunter co-op dynamic into this game in the sequel, where it has like a co-op section, similar to what happened with Ghost of Tsushima, which I wouldn't mind. You know, co-op section.
It was actually supposed to be co-op.
The original
originally supposed to be co-op.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they.
It seemed like they scrapped a lot.
This out.
Yeah. Huh.
But no, because there's if you actually notice the PlayStation avatars, they update them. Well, the one that's right next to Horizon 2 looks like it's a Dino Raptor. I was like, wait, is there gonna be Raptor dinosaurs?
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of different.
Hell yes on that.
There's gonna be a lot.
I'm sorry, I'm a dinosaur buff, and I love Velociraptors.
You're also going to be crocodiles.
Yeah, the crocodiles,
birds, fuck me.
Yeah, crocodiles.
The
crabs.
jaws are back.
Yeah, they're gonna have crabs and
snapping
all
turtles.
Different types of fucking shit. It seems like you're gonna be hanging around over in, if I'm not mistaken, California. I think I might have saw the Golden Gate Bridge.
It's described as the Forbidden West.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely California.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be nice over there because it's sunny over there and shit like that. It's gonna be
snow. Snow.
And it's a lot of water over there because it's fucking California.
Oh yeah.
So.
No, they need to come to Washington. Damn it, Washington needs to be the new California. push for
So
that.
Jay,
Yeah,
you gonna have all the water you can ask for.
I know.
No, the game I'm
Oh,
most
they,
excited to see when it finally gets announced is Days Gone 2. I'm like, geez, they left it on such a cliffhanger on that secret ending. But that's me.
Come on, you fucking
I'm kind of
shit.
a sucker for Team Bendy.
you think Ben Studios is actually working on the Days Gone 2 or working on the new game?
Both.
I don't know what they're working
I
on
think
right
it's a
now.
give. I think it's a
Both.
given they're working on Days Gone 2.
Yeah, but they never specifically asked for anything regarding any open world devs or anything like that.
Because maybe they
Well, because
have
they
the shit
already
already.
have the devs they need.
Hmm?
They
They
already
have
have
it
the devs
already.
they need.
No.
They said
Go ahead. Go ahead.
they
Say what I'm
said
saying.
longer. They said long ago that they already had it a foundation to build on already, and they decided to
Yeah,
make a sequel. That's why.
they have a foundation. They have a foundation, but to make it bigger, you'll need people.
I don't
Well,
think
you don't
that,
have to make
man.
it that much bigger. I
I
say what
believe
they
they're
just need to
making a
focus on
sequel to that.
they
Hmm?
just need to focus on the story more. Maybe introduce new type of affected. You know, kind of break that formula of having the berserker and that
Damn,
kind of
she got
shit.
a fat ass. Oh my god.
Yo, wait.
That's all you
What?
say, man. She got a fat ass. Every time we get on here, you talking about that. But look, bro, guys,
I'm sure if I
obviously I
was
gotta
looking
get the
at it, I
fuck
would be
out of
like,
here. I gotta
thanks.
get to the day job and make this money. But I will say,
I'm off today.
Days Gone, can get better. The story can be more simplified and not drawn out. I think the world is amazing. The attention to detail is awesome. Buildings, they have so much life in it. There's areas to grow. Hopefully, you can just do more than just a motorcycle. I understand you were a biker in the first one, but obviously there are other vehicles in the world that people are using.
Customized pickup trucks.
Yes,
That's all I want.
refine the weapon usage. Like I like the weapons, but it feels a little generic. Like when you're aiming and shit, it's not like as good as a game like of that caliber from a Sony studio should be. Like the aiming and shit. So hopefully they can change some of that stuff.
Maybe Naughty Dog can help them with that.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah,
Like
Naughty Dog
again,
could.
you're underneath the
Fuck
same.
Naughty Dog.
No, hold on. You're underneath the same umbrella. Instead of getting irritated that a developer's not doing something, if you have other people in your umbrella that can help out with these type of issues that people have, and you need to bring them in. Like I love the story
Yo.
about Kojima working with Guerrilla Games. Like that's an amazing story.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see more of
Imagine.
that.
Imagine
Oh,
if
son.
Square joins Sony and they're sharing
Oh god.
technology with all
Yeah.
the
Yo,
other
that
first
game
party
looks
studios.
phenomenal.
Square Enix
Abandon
is
looks
be- is-
gorgeous.
Square Enix is
But-
better than those other studios in music. They can share that
Like
with
who?
other studios, like the other Sony studios, are better in
Yeah,
tech. They can share that with Square.
Yeah, but
Imagine a Final
Square,
Fantasy,
Square has
but
good
with
tech. Square has good
with a
tech
Naughty
already.
Dog touch to it.
Yeah,
Bruh,
I don't think y'all realize.
that
Square
would be
Enix got some
crazy.
wicked ass tech over there, bro. Square Enix
Yo,
got some good ass tech. I don't think they need
yo,
Sony Studios.
just wanted to
Yeah,
tell
they,
people this.
they got a
Spider-Man
crystal
wasn't
engine,
the
bro.
first.
Forget that. Don't forget that.
Spider-Man was the
Yeah,
first
Miles
one.
Morales is not the first game to use machine learning on PS5, by the way. I just discovered
Which
it.
one is?
FIFA 21, December last year. The next gen version is using muscle deformation on the PS5,
Is
the
it?
Series X, and the Series S. Yeah, it is.
I
Muscle
played
deformation.
it, but I played it, but I didn't know. I didn't
Yeah, you
well,
gotta
pay
zoom
attention
in.
to it.
If they don't tell you, you won't know.
So
You gotta look
No,
at the
leave it
again,
videos.
I'm
whatever.
gonna put this out here too. Yes, Horizon's getting a 60 frames per second patch. I believe it in my heart, and yes, I do think that
Hold on.
Insomniac will put a 4K 60 semi-enhanced Sunset Overdrive on PlayStation. I do believe that shit will happen. Obviously, they will be able to get around the copyright by adding a subtitle to the original title. That's all they have to do. We know how this shit works. They did it with Ninja Gaiden. Yes, Ninja Gaiden was exclusive to Xbox. They put it on PlayStation. They called it Sigma, right? Easy to
And
get around it.
Hey, breaking
that
news.
Sigma is coming up. That Sigma is coming to the PlayStation 4 in the collection.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what I want
That's
to tell
that
people. If you
same
thinking
with
that
the
because
first Mass Effect.
exactly, if you think that they own the rights to Sunset Overdrive, they don't. Sony owns the rights, but they can't put the original on there. The only thing you gotta do to
No,
get around that is just add a subtitle. That's it.
remaster.
That's it.
Yo,
Remaster.
So
You
I
good?
believe that they're gonna have Sunset Overdrive on PlayStation this year because Insomniac is a hard-working developer, and I know they got multiple
Oh,
teams doing multiple shit right now. So I know
I
that
have, I have a
was their goal. So
I
yeah.
have a feeling. I have a feeling that trailer is going to be at be at their form of E3 and the Spider-Man 2 trailer.
Spider-Man
I
2?
think those
Yeah.
two. Yeah, it won't be like I'm talking about a launch, but it's gonna be there. Probably talking about 2022 or three, but
Nah, three.
it's gonna be
Three.
there.
I'm looking.
It's gonna be
Hey,
there.
but wait, we got breaking news here. There's
What a
a new game that just got announced. Well, it's not that AAA, but it's next gen only, and it's coming exclusively to the PS5
what is that?
Ooh,
this
what's
year.
that?
It's called check the PlayStation YouTube channel. It's called Abandoned, and it's an announcement teaser. It's a first-person shooter, I believe, or first-person game.
I do research throughout the day because I'm never
Yeah.
I'm never
Yeah,
confident.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not confident announcing a game as exclusive anymore when sometimes you
It
get
may it may
promotions. Yeah,
it
you
may
get a
just be
promotion.
next gen exclusive.
Exactly. It might be next gen because this sounds a little bit familiar. I've been seeing stuff like this. I'm just saying, Dave. I've been seeing announcements like this.
Yeah.
Abandoned teaser trailer. I checked the definition, but I put it in the chat. Yeah,
I'll look it up.
they're saying
I'll look it up.
Abandon
I'll
is
look it
a
up later.
cinematic horror survivor shooter that emulates realistic survival in first person perspective set in a massive detailed open world environment. So
Yo, the
nothing in the
game looks
description.
photorealistic though.
Yeah,
I
nothing in
watched the trailer.
so they are confirming it as a PlayStation 5 exclusive. Who's
Yeah,
making this?
they showed
Ooh.
blue some. Oh, yo, wait, let me
Guys,
check
it looks
that.
like we got a fucking definitive red alert from Dave for the first fucking time in 80 years. So, give this motherfucker a round of applause.
Blue Box
Shit.
Game Studios.
Nigga, you got
Blue Box
nigga,
Game
you
Studios.
just got you
No,
just got
but y'all know how I am, bro. I check everybody. I don't give a fuck who you is. It's just been a lot of shit. So we always gotta make sure we got our ducks in a row over here, cause you know we gotta make sure we
That's
got
tough,
that
though. I
real
like
shit.
that.
So that's real. That is a
I
PlayStation
like
5 exclusive. Link is right there in the chat. Again, y'all. Oh,
Is it
I want to announce
PlayStation 5
another
and
red
PC?
alert. I want to announce another red alert before we get up out of here. YouTube has taken the liberty to delete all the fake people that left a dislike early on in the stream. It was sitting around like 40 something dislikes. Now it has minimized all the way to 22 dislikes. Again, I want y'all to understand people are fake. And YouTube knows it. I don't have to do a damn thing. I don't have to lift my finger. I don't have to report anybody anymore. YouTube understands that we have a lot of trolls and they deal with them on their own. So I do want to congratulate the 62 people that liked this live stream. Thank you guys. I hope you carry the information with you throughout the day.
Hey.
You come up against an Xbox fan, always let them know you're paying $60 more for Game Pass with 200 or more less games than we have on PlayStation now. And that is the end of the show. We will be back tomorrow. True Witty, you free? Because I'm gonna talk to you about some stuff. Yeah. So I'm about to go catch this bus to the train station, and I talk to you, True Witty. Let me get up out of here, guys.